Kei ngā maunga whakateitei e ngā maunga whakahi o tēnā hapu o tēnā iwi huri I te motu huri noa I te ao nau mai rarau. Nei rā mātou o whakaata Māori o Let's Play Live e mihi atu nei, e rāhiri atu nei a koutou kia hui mai, kia whakaopiti mai ki te kaupapa e kia nei ko NBA 2K18. Me te mihi nui anō hoki kia koutou e ngā mumu reo huri noa I te ao e whakatairanga nei I te reo Māori kia ita, kia nui ake I te kotahi miriona tātou e kōrero ana I te reo no reira e ngā tungane nau mai rarau. Kia ora.
Kia ora Oreni, kia ora Ashley.
Kia ora. How are you guys going today?
Kei te pai, kei te pai.
Kei te pai, also kei te pai.
E mihi ana kia kōrua e whakatairanga ana I te reo Māori I tēnei wiki Dwan Mutura o ko Ashley Nathan. How are we feeling? Week 6.
Week 6, I mean, after last week, I'm so excited. I mean, last week's matchup, final 4 in the north, we're down to 2 over there, and then today we find the top 2 from the South Island. I mean, there's been hundreds, and now we're down to this. There's 4 people remaining. I can't wait to get into this one.
I'm just really upset because I missed last week, and that was the top 4 of the North Island, and I still haven't seen Paki play. Now we know he's last year's champion, and I still haven't seen his gameplay, so I'm really excited to see that next week. But this week, 4 from the South Island, going at it. We've still got the #1 seed and Riz out there. It's going to be an exciting day.
Ka tika hoki rai. Ashley, hoi anō e te iwi mo koutou kātahi anō ka hono mai koe nei te wiki tua ono I tēnei rā ka ki te tātou I ngā kaitākaro e whakamutunga o te wāhanga tuatahi. Ko rātou ka tuki, kāti I roto I te haore e haere ake nei ka whakapāho mātou ki runga o whakaata Māori. Taro ake ka haere tonu ngā mahi ki runga I te ipurangi I www.maoritelevision.com. Hoi anō hei whakamahara atu kia koutou, kia tātou anō hoki hea te aha, anei a piripi me ngā kaupapa o NBA 2K18.
Kai te rapu a te tangata toa o Aotearoa mō te whakataetai NBA 2K18 e te kamupene LPL me whakaata Māori. Toko maha atu ngā tāngata I whakauru I te whakataetai nei, nā te kauma ono anake ngā kaitākaro I kitea. Toko waru no te ika Māui, toko waru no te waipaunamu. Ia wiki toko whāngā kai tākaro ka whakataetai ngā kēmu e toru ki tāmaki makaurau. Ka waimari e te tangata katoa, ka aroha hoki te tangata ka reitoa. Ka pakanga ngā kai tākaro whakamutunga I ngā kēmu e 5. Hei te toru te kau o Mahuru. Te NBA 2K18 o Aotearoa, he whakataetai mutunga mai.
He whakataetai mutunga mai, he pakanga nui kai te haere I rongo koutou toko waru I te tīmatanga mō ngā taha e rua, ngā motu e rua me ki ko te ika Māui, ko te waipounamu. I tēnei rā ko te toko whakamutunga o te waipounamu. Hei te rua wiki, just 2 weeks away from the finale.
2 weeks away, and what's really exciting, I mean, we see that in that explainer.
Yep.
Win, move on, lose, you're out. And that's the thing with this tournament, right? There's just so much pressure involved. So that's what makes it so exciting for everyone that's watching this at home, us here in the studio. I mean, honestly, I can't wait for it.
But you're not even bringing up the prize these guys get. The winner.
Bring it up, Ashley.
Obviously, he gets to be known as the best 2K player in New Zealand. You know, it's the championships. But they get a trip overseas to watch an NBA game in America and cash.
And cash, and who doesn't love cash?
These guys are 18 to 23. Imagine playing for that when you were 18 to 23. This is everything's on the table at the moment.
Exactly. Hoi anō e te iwi ka titiro tātou ki te rārangi o ngā kai whakataetai I tēnei tōnamana. Arā, ko te tuatahi, ko tēnei, ko te ika a Māui. Arā, I te tuatahi, toko waru, toko whā I whai atu I a rātou, ana e rua noai ho kai te tū mō te ika Māui, me ki ko te Shekoa Paki, ko ia te tino o tēnei tōnamana, tuarua ko Notorious God. Hurira wātu ki te wāhi pounamu, ki te wai pounamu rānei, anei te whakarārangitanga mai o ngā kai whakataetai no tērā atu o ngā whiringa whaiti. I puta te ihu o Riz, Mini Slug, JD, rātou ko Tropic Superstar, ko Waika Hua, ko Waika Toa, koira te pātai nui I tēnei wā, arā ko wai te tokorua ka puta te ihu ki ngā whiringa whaiti a te rā wiki. Who do you reckon?
Well, when I look at that match, I mean, Riz is the #1 seed, right?
Yep.
I mean, so There's got to be momentum with him. Up against Mini Slug, the number 5 seed. Very, very good though as Mini Slug. But for me, I like Riz. I think he's solid. And also like JD, who will be up later on in an hour or so. That's my pick straight up, man, I have to say.
If you're going with your head, you go with Riz. But I'm a heart man, and I'm going with Mini Slug today.
Thought you were going to say something else.
Born and bred in Rotorua. I don't know. I know Riz is taking this very seriously, as are all the competitors today. But I think Mini Slug's got a bit of a laid-back approach to his game today, and I like that. I like that about people.
I'm excited to see JD. I keep calling it Mini Slug, you know, that it was Mini Slug, but actually it was JD. He surprised me a lot when he played. You know,
yeah, I love JD. I mean, I love the style that he plays. I mean, he plays out with the Pelicans last time, so it's going to be really interesting. We've seen kind of a lot of the standard sort of teams, and we're going to probably see that in this first matchup. But JD, that's why I'm picking him. I love the way he plays with the Pelicans for me.
Hoi anō te iwi kia tūtaki atu tātou ki ngā kai whakataetai tuatahi mo tēnei rā. Ara ko Mini Slug tēnei, we are observing, and this is Riz. So Riz ko ia te tuatahi, ko Mini Slug te kai te taumata tuarima o te Waipounamu. Looking very serious there. Hoi anō.
Very serious. I mean, you look at it, good head-to-head coming up here, both probably playing with the same type of team, so very interesting dynamic there, but both looking like they're ready to rumble, Ashley.
That's right.
They're looking good. I think it's going to be a great matchup today. Put aside where they're seated, number 1 and number 5, I think it's going to be a tight matchup today. They both know how to play the game. They've been putting in the hours, so it's going to be a competitive matchup.
Talking about putting in the hours, they have been putting in quite a lot, as we know. Riz, we just saw a quick glimpse of him there, but he's been, I heard, he told us, but he's been training quite hard this whole week, playing 2K19.
Yeah, he's been putting in the mahi. He's been grinding a lot. I think he was talking about 2K19 being playing in the park in there. But this is 2K18. He should be playing 5-on-5s. He should be practicing to win.
That's right. I love the way that he's taking this very seriously, because $15,000 is on the line, plus the mana breaking rights. Why not put in the effort? Hoi anō e te iwi, enough about that. Me ki te tātou kei te pēhea ngā piro a Riz i tēnei wā.
Riz, you're the number 1 seed in the South Island Final 4. What does this mean for you?
Oh, it's pretty amazing to be here. I've been playing 2K for a long time now, so you know, to be in this situation, you know, playing for cash, it's pretty surreal.
And since the last round, how much have you been putting into the practice?
Oh, it's been quite a wait since the last time I was here, but you know, I've been grinding day in, day out, pretty much non-stop 2K the past week or so I'm feeling good.
And today, your match against Mini Slug, what strategies are you bringing into this match?
I wouldn't say I'm changing my game too much. Just playing the way I've always played. You know, I feel pretty confident with my game style, so I wouldn't say I've changed my play style to match him. Feel pretty good about it.
Okay, mate. Best of luck in your match.
Cheers, man.
Ara ko Riz tērā I te iwi e rua te kaumātahi tau te pakeke no roto mai o tautahi. And in just 2 months' time, he will be graduating with a major in computer science. How about that? Favourite team is Boston Celtics. Let's see whether or not he will select that team today. What do you reckon?
Look, it's, well, firstly, big shout out to everyone that's tuning in from the South Island, if they're part of this one, and ever see everyone down there in Christchurch. Love having you guys on board. But when I look at Riz, like you said, I love what he said. He said, I don't change my game for someone else. And this is what we always say, you know, in team sports. Don't change because you think you need to do something else. If you're winning and you're staying that way, this is what, you know, the top teams do. They stay the course. And I like that about what he just said.
I liked his favourite player, Kevin Garnett. Favourite team, Boston Celtics as well. I think if I heard correctly, he might be running with Celtics in our first game as well. So if it's his favourite team, hopefully he knows how to use them.
Absolutely.
Tika hoki. Hoi anō kia kite atu tātou kei te pēhea ngā piro a tana huariri a Mini Slug.
Mini Slug, you're coming into the South Island Final 4. What does it mean to you to make it this far?
It means a lot. I'm quite happy that I made it here, made it through the first round, and yeah.
And since the last round, how much have you been practicing?
I put in a few hours, not as much as I wanted, due to study, but yeah.
And coming into today's match, have you got any new strategies or just sticking with the same old?
Just sticking with the same old, to be honest. Pick and roll, usual, my play, pretty confident.
And your opponent, Riz, came into the competition #1 seed. Have you got any words for him?
Well, let's have a good game.
Okay, mate, best of luck in your match.
True.
Ara ko te awa nui waka, aka Mini Slug, tērā rua te kaumātahi tau te pakeke, kai o te poti e noho ana, kai te whai ia I tana tohu anatomy. Ko tana hia, kia puta tana ihu hei health professional. Che.
We've got some really
Kapai.
bright competitors, and of course I love it there. He said, look, he would like to have done a little bit more gameplay, but you know, study is important. So let that be a lesson about a balanced lifestyle for everyone that is watching and tuning into this one. But I tell you what, I love MJ. I'm an MJ guy versus LeBron, and that was fantastic. So, I mean, hey, Mini Slug, I'm tweaking just because he said MJ.
Oh, yeah, you're coming a bit of a 50-50 now. Nah, look, I'm really excited to see these boys both play. It's going to be a good, exciting game. Celtics versus Cavs in our game 1. You know, it's going to be tight. It's going to be good. No Golden State Warriors in game 1.
Yeah, good. That's great. I mean, we've seen a lot of Golden State actually across the tournament, haven't we, already? So to change it up, and maybe they're saving that because they can only play this one team once, right? Because it's a best of 3. So that's where maybe strategy's in that one for us. So very excited.
Bueno, kia kite atu tātou. Let's see whether or not, you know, that is the strategy. Kia hoa ke tātou I te iwi, kia huataki ai te tukinga tuatahi mō te wai pounamu I tēnei te rātua ono o tēnei tōnamana ko Riz versus Mini Slug.
Yes, welcome into this one, the LPL 2K18 Championship. Obviously the best players in the country. This is the Final 4 South Island's elite players. The Cleveland Cavaliers will be played by the #5 seed Mini Slug up against the Celtics via Riz, the #1 seed. Iconic, playing at TD Garden, so buckle up, let's get into this one. Best of 3, ladies and gentlemen, let's go as we see our beautiful tip-off, and here we go with Tatum. One of the best standout players in the league, one of the best rookies and up-and-coming superstars in the making. As you see, Boston with a shimmy shake, Kyrie kicks out. Horford, he loves that money ball, and he'll take that early.
Pick and pop straight away. Al Horford with the 3. I like it. He knows his players, and that's what I like about the Celtics. They can stretch the floor.
Absolutely, and that's what they do very, very well. Great coach in Brad Stevens, of course, and they play as a team with some great talent here. As we see in isolation, ball movement's good. Hood will always look to take that shot as he's got a nice outside game, but he's got to make that one. As you see, the best in the wall, LeBron, doing what LeBron does as he just rattles his way to the rim.
Nice little blow by there from LeBron James. Look to see Mini Slug just go ISO with LeBron James. That's their game plan. If you're picking Cavs, you're going to go with LeBron James the whole way.
Absolutely. You see Jaylen Brown, one of those up-and-comers as well in this team. 2-year player here, and he's looking very good throughout the course of the year, and of course he's developing each and every one. But now he's got a tough matchup here as he's asked to guard the best in the world, as we see, and beautiful dunk through the lane.
Yeah, man, LeBron James, he's one of the, if arguably the best player in the NBA at the moment, so he's going to go to work today. But Celtics need to tighten up their defense if they're going to want to stop the Cavs today.
Yeah, and that's a really good point there, Ashley, because if you are the Celtics, yes, whilst you're a very good defender with Jaylen Brown, you can't leave him one-on-one out on the island with LeBron James doing this. So you've got to ask for help. Boston have got to do it as a team. As we see another isolation, LeBron wanting this one-on-one with Jaylen. Calls for the high pick, comes off it. Nice recovery from Boston. They've got to move the ball. So good defense this time for Boston up the court, but they've got to do better boxing out as we see second chance points. And this is what can happen as LeBron rattles his way in. He is hot right now.
That's a star player move right there. Big bucket from LeBron James, and Mini Slug taking an early lead.
Fantastic, remembering that Mini Slug playing with the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's the 5th seed coming into this one, and the #1 seed is playing with Boston in the form of Riz. And just while we're going to chance, I want to say thank you for tuning in and watching this, wherever you may be across the country. Really appreciate it. And of course, we thank all the sponsors in the form of Flavor, PlayStation, Logitech G, and of course, our friends at Māori Television. As we see a nice little runner here with Kyrie Irving doing what Uncle Drew does.
Damn straight. Now, I'm excited to see this matchup today between Kyrie and LeBron James. Obviously, they got past history.
They've got a lot of past history, and of course I think it's about who's got what out there, Ashley. Of course, you always want to one-up someone when you used to be former teammates, show them what you've got. As we see Haywood, he's back from injury and looking good here in this game. As we see, Uncle Drew with the handles, arguably one of the best ball handlers of all time, but he got it stripped here. Great defense from Cleveland. LeBron, too pretty, too big, and he just rattles home.
And he's on fire now. LeBron James running out the gate here in the first quarter of our first matchup. He is carving 8 points for the Cavaliers, 8 points for LeBron James.
He is hot right now, as you said, Ashley, and so we've got to be better if you're Boston. You know it's going through LeBron. Of course, it's easier said than done, but one of the things you must do is Uncle Drew gets rolling himself to keep this to a 1-point ball game with a second to play, and that should do it here in quarter number 1. To your point about LeBron, he is just cooking, but of course, don't let him do it one-on-one. You've got to get some help there because we know what he's capable of, and he's doing it right now to Riz.
Yeah, but you say that, that's so easy to say, but LeBron James, he's not just a driver. He doesn't just cook, he can pass as well. He's an assist man, he can find his shooters. We've got K-Love out there, Rodney Hood. I mean, I think the only person that can't shoot in this Cavs team is Tristan Thompson at the C.
Absolutely, and that's really interesting that you say that, and this is what it is like when you are trying to scout LeBron James, if it's calling scouting at the NBA level. Everyone knows what he's capable of, and now if you are Riz over here with Boston, you've got to pick where you want it to happen. At the moment, LeBron's going one-on-one, beating you like that. So like you said, do you want to make him a facilitator, make him have to pass the ball, because one-on-one it isn't working for you, Boston. So let's see whether there's some adjustments made here. These are 3-minute quarters, so very quick games, everyone at home. So the games were quick, short and sharp, and of course there's a D1 had to turn around with the shot clock running down. Good second chance points by Double T here as he moves it back out to Rodney Hood.
And this is why Tristan Thompson is in the team. 2 offensive rebounds in the first 2 quarters. Those are big rebounds. Offensive rebounds give you an extra possession in a game, and that's crucial.
Absolutely, but Kevin Love inside there one-on-one, he's got to make that with a nice little finger roll. He couldn't get it done this time with Kyrie Irving at the top, dancing as he does, and he's just got the pretty handles. Oh, too easy as he goes to the line. Kick out, Tatum, green means good, and it rattles on him.
Greeny from Tatum first, green of today. Look to see a lot more of those pop in with the final 4 of the South Island bracket. These guys know how to play. It's a fast-paced game. Quarter 3 from Corver. And that's money.
A good response here, and that's exactly what we want to see. So this game in the balance as we see both teams back and forward, as we'd expect here in the final 4 of the South Island Championship. As Kyrie just goes through, the help comes, good kick out. Horford didn't want that one, looking to move the ball. Tatum, kick out in the corner, didn't want it, and that's what happened. He had an open look, should give that up as Hood on the fast break. Good outlet, T with the rolling, can't get it, but that is where he's an absolute beast. Kicking, good movement here by the Cavaliers. James sizes them up and just puts his head down, can't get through. Good defense again by Boston, good recovery. What do they call for here? As LeBron goes, I'll call it for myself, as he just finger rolls. Oh, nice put back on T.
Damn, Tristan Thompson turning up in this first game. That's 4 offensive rebounds and 1 putback in there. He's playing big.
Very big, as Tristan Thompson is keeping them alive, but this man knows what he's doing. Riz controlling Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie Irving now with 6 points, 3 from 4, 2 assists, looking very good for the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how he defends LeBron James here. LeBron James really doing what he wants. We've got a bit of a play. Look to see him just go to the rack and do LeBron James things.
And that's what LeBron does. And you have a look there, that's a perfect stat to let you know. LeBron James, 10 points, the rest of the team 5. It is all about LeBron. Boston have got to make some adjustments here to stay in this one. They can't let LeBron do this for another half. As we see 35 seconds left on the clock. Kyrie deep, and it's in. Kyrie brings it back within 1, and that is Riz, the #1 seed, saying, I'm not going away that easy.
I'm here, and I'm ready to play 1 point in the game at the moment. That was a tough shot there from Kyrie as well. Defender straight on his face, but he still makes it count.
12 seconds on the shot clock here, 10 seconds counting down, 17, and LeBron, oh my goodness, I just rocked myself and fell off the chair as LeBron is just going berserk on these guys.
He is destroying them. They need to eliminate his drive. He's just getting what he wants whenever he wants.
So first thing here, if you're Boston, make sure you don't rush a shot here, take the full clock, because you don't want Cleveland coming back down the court and getting another one. That's why they're moving around. Haywood should take that. Couldn't get it done, but that's not too bad to end this one. 17-14, mini slug. Playing with the Cleveland Cavaliers, lead this one over Riz, the number 1 seed, Ashley.
Number 5 seeded Mini Slug really turning up today. He picked Cavaliers, and I was like, why aren't you picking Golden State? But he knows how to use LeBron James. He's running the pick and roll. He's looking good out there.
And so if you are the Boston Celtics, what do you have to do to get back into this one? Look, it's a tight one, though, I must say. So 14 plays 17. What needs to happen here for the number 1 seed?
I think, you know, apart from stopping LeBron James, they need to box out. 4 offensive rebounds from Tristan Thompson is not good enough. You're not going to win games if you can't get your rebounds.
Very good point you make there. When you look over here with the 8 rebounds here for the Cleveland Cavaliers versus not very many from Boston, they cannot allow those. As you pointed out, those are offensive rebounds rather than defensive. They've got to do better. They've got to box out Tristan Thompson, and they've got to get the board so that they're not getting second chance points. And that's hurting our number 1 seed right now in the tournament.
I think he's still playing well. I think he's still doing well with Kyrie Irving. I mean, Kyrie Irving's still getting to the rack. He's still getting some points, but it's the rebounds that are really hurting the Celtics.
And Mini Slug putting it on, always put the pressure on. So very good as we get into this one. This is match number 1, game number 1 here in the LPL NBA 2K18 one-on-one championship. Final 4, the 2 best players in the South Island, well, 2 of the 4 best players in the South Island head-to-head in the form of the number 1 seed playing as the the Boston Celtics Riz up against the Cleveland Cavaliers and number 5 Mini Slug. Poor offense here to kick off the half. Coach is shaking his head. Got to do better if you're Cleveland. As we see Hayward, nice block though, good recovery there, Ashley.
Man, I don't understand. It's the first time he goes to the pick and roll with Rodney Hood. He doesn't get a bucket. He needs to get the ball in the hands of you-know-who, LeBron James.
The king. He did it for them for the first half. Got to do better. As we see here, trying to run everything through Hood. That's 2 turnovers, and this is no good. Got to go back to what you were doing earlier. Oh, and 1. Surely, no, not quite. Look, to your point there, Saw. Why are we going to the Rodney Hood if you are Cleveland Cavaliers? Because you've got the best player in the world who was dominant, and now you've changed that up. 2 poor turnovers lead to this right now, and of course they have to give up a foul. So right now to start this third quarter, not a great start.
If it isn't broke, don't fix it. And look, as you see, Mini Slug going back to LeBron James again. And again, he just looks dangerous straight away, passing out to a 3. That's a corner 3 from Kevin Love, and that's what we want to see in the Cavs.
Absolutely, it's LeBron doing what LeBron does, and he can do everything in this game. As you see Hood locked in on Kyrie. Kyrie's brush away, wants to high pick, no one coming. Hayward just flaring, can't do it. Uncle Drew thinks he might be able to do it himself as he drops it inside to Horford, one of the most skilled big men in the NBA. As Kyrie launched the launch one, great rebound, second chance points. We talk about Tatum going through the lane, and that's pretty from the rookie. Pretty move, Jason Tatum, and we keep this to a 3-point game.
One of the high flyers of the NBA season last season. What a rookie year he had, just absolutely dominant. And the best thing about him was he turned up in the playoffs.
Turned up,
big
and that's
minutes,
where it is.
big
How
points.
good are you in the playoffs? And right now, exactly, we've just seen it here. How good are you in the big games? And Tatum right now cooking and strong in the lane as we see LeBron dancing through another kick out to find one of the best shooters of all time. Can't quite get it, but there he is again, double T, giving those extra points to the Cleveland Cavaliers and Mini Slug as we see LeBron slowing it down. 58 seconds here in the third quarter. LeBron head down, going with steam. Good foul there because you had to put him to the line, didn't you?
Draws the foul for LeBron James there, but you know LeBron James, he can bang these. He's a good free throw shooter. He's just, his all-round basketball game is great. That's why he is the best in the world, and look to see him make both these points and go up to a 5-point lead.
And when we say good fouls for everyone at home, I mean that one there was a good foul. And so we usually talk about the fact that you don't want to make bad fouls because you got beaten on defense. But certainly with LeBron James cooking, don't let him go and lay it in too easy. And make sure when you foul, wrap up the ball so that he has to go to the line. There we go, and Drew through, can't quite get it as it rattles off, and he's at the line for 2.
And that's another good foul right there. See, Kyrie can make that easy bucket. That's an easy layup, but you don't give them anything easy inside. You can make them earn it from the free throw line, which he does. And we know Kyrie Irving is a great free throw shooter as well. But this is a tight game, 3 points in it, 40 seconds left in the third quarter.
What can we do if we are the Cleveland Cavaliers? You see LeBron showing those handles that have got better with age as he goes now. Good help defense on the Boston Celtics. Corver in the corner, and he makes that splash and makes them pay for not getting out there. 25-19. Under 30 seconds here as Tatum goes baseline. What can he do? Kicks out into Horford, moves to Hayward. one of the best shooting guards, pretty move, backdoor flick with the left hand, roll in to make it 4 points, 20 seconds on the
Riz
third.
really rattled here. Our #1 seed still hasn't led the game. Cleveland Cavaliers and Mini Slug just really playing an awesome game, and you see that last position where LeBron James was the facilitator, and now he is the scorer with the massive dunk.
As LeBron takes flight and rocks the rim for about the 20,000th time in this game. As we said, nice little dish. And Horford says, I'll give you one right back in your face. But it actually started with the perfect penetration and then a kickback. As we end this quarter, can't quite make it. 27 leads 23. Minisak in control.
Really, really in control. Love the way he's using LeBron James at the moment. He's scoring, he's passing. Tristan Thompson getting those offensive rebounds. It's looking good for the Cavs. If you're the Celtics, I don't know. I'm not too sure. What do you think they need to do to get back into this game?
Well, we saw just there the perfect way they should play. We know how good Kyrie Irving is with his handles on the one-on-one set. Once he penetrates, though, and the help defense come, drop it off. You've got some really good finishes. You've got Tatum, you've got Horford, and we saw it at the end there. Because what they're doing right outside of that last position is it's kind of one-off, trying to hope that Kyrie, and he's getting bogged down with the pick and roll. Move the ball, penetrate, and then move it around. If you are the Cleveland Cavaliers, close this one out. Stay with what's good. Stay with LeBron and go hard. There you go, and that's the penetration and kick that I was talking about. Couldn't execute, but perfect execution of the way that they should be playing this one, in my opinion. As we get into this one, ladies and gentlemen, of course, everything is on the line. You need to win 2 to progress through to the South Island Championships. So there is a lot at stake here in the feel-like game, which is match #1, as we see Korver open again, and he hits it to put more pressure on the #1 seed as we lead 30-23. Korver cooking right now.
Big shot from Kyle Korver in the corner. But again, LeBron James, he's getting into the lane, he's breaking down the defense. The defense has to help on the best player in the world, and he's finding his open shooters, and Kyle Korver doing what he gets paid to do and hit threes.
Absolutely. We see it again. See, LeBron wants this one. He tries to get to the lane, but he moves it to Hood. And it was good to see Kyrie executing. Hood hasn't been so effective. A couple of turnovers. Nice kick out as we see. Boom. Love through Tomahawk. And he says thank you, and we'll keep progressing through to keep that extension of 7 points. Remember, it is very short here, so you must be able to execute at these times. As Tatum tries to respond, looks to Kyrie, who has been hot. 13 points in the game right now. Can't quite get it, but he's lucky as it bounces off the shoulder of Kevin Love. But Tatum says, I know what to do. And he hangs in the air for a pretty one and takes flight.
Big posterizer there from Jason Tatum, but I think the Celtics were lucky there to actually get a bucket. Mini Slug and Cleveland Cavaliers playing some great defense. Look to see LeBron James ISO ball. He's going to call for a screen soon from Tristan Thompson, and look to see him find his shooters out in the corners.
One of the things here which Mini Slugs is doing very, very well is what we call clock management. Bad pass by LeBron, though, as we see Kyrie looking to kick out on the fast break. In the corner, Hayward bring it back in with 2 points, and that is what you need to do. Excellent shot by Hayward. Great play by the Riz. 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. It is tight. 2 points in it. Cleveland Cavaliers with the ball. Look to see LeBron James. They've been doing it all game. It's going to keep on rolling. Well, we always say to the young players, good pass inside, and that is what LeBron does so well. That is why he is one of the elite passers in our game today, as Tristan Thompson rolls, and it's an easy 2 thanks to the King delivering on the plate. Now Kyrie Irving hot here. Look to see him cook. He's going to try to find his shooters. They need a 3-point to stay in this game. As you see, Kyrie. Uncle Drew. Now, Uncle Drew doing what Uncle Drew does. 2-point game. Now here's where it comes down to no turnovers, good execution of what you need to do. And so if you are the Cleveland Cavaliers, excellent. Run the shot clock out right down to the buzzer. No turnovers and try to get a good shot. As Korver can't quite get down, but that's where you've got to box out. And Thompson is killing Boston Riz the entire game, but excellent rebound by Tristan Thompson. Again, he's got time to suck up the clock. Moves it round as we see the LeBron James dancing here as we go back through. And what can he do? Nice little roll. Tristan's been effective. Good foul, but taken too long to get that foul or to get the ball out of their hand from
great execution. Drop 20 seconds on that clock there. So only 20 seconds left. That's a 1-possession game. Look to see Celtics try and get a quick shot, but Tristan Thompson missing that free throw, so it's still tight. Still tight, so of course Tristan needs to make one of these. Not a great free throw shooter, he does. This is a 1-possession game. 1 seed with the ball versus 5 seed. What can happen here as we see this 14 seconds on the clock? Surely you go back to Uncle Drew and Kyrie Irving, who's been so good. They don't want that. They're going to go with Brown. They think that's better as we see 5, 4 on the clock. They need a 3. It's got to be a step back. Someone's there. Tatum on the curl. Can he make it? Oh, can't quite get it done. Good look and unlucky as they shake hands and Mini Soak. Mini
Rolling.
Slug, number 5 seed, taking out your number 1 seed. What a great game one. That's the best game of Tuca I've seen while I've been commentating. It was tight. Both players doing great positions, pick and rolls. LeBron James, Kyrie Irving. Wow.
Wow.
What a result!
Wow.
Who would have expected that? None of us, predicted what the outcome was.
Oh, well, no, I said Mini Slug in that one.
No.
Except for this guy.
Well, what I will say though is it was like you said, it's always this high pressure environment. But like you said, Mini Slug, I think you said at the start, was kind of casual, right? And I think once the game got away, Riz was battling to get back into it. Mini Slug played that game to perfection. I mean, there was a bit at the top of the third quarter where he went with Rodney Hood as a pick and roll, and he got 2 turnovers. That was terrible offense. And it's like they went back to the Cavs and what's good, and of course, that's the result you get, 1-0.
And the best thing about, or the position that Mini Slug is in now, is he's probably going to go to Golden State Warriors in Game 2. And do you know who's like LeBron James and Golden State Warriors? Kevin Durant.
As well as the other 3 players that they have if he goes Golden State.
Hoi anō e mihi ana kia koutou e mātakitaki mai ana I whakaata Māori, aroha mai, haere tonu ngā mahi engari. Just in the, while Māori TV was on an ad break, we're watching the ad breaks, I mutu te tukinga tuatahi Wainganui, Mini Slug rāua ko Riz, and who won?
So we saw Mini Slug, the number 5 seed, upset the number 1 seed in the form of Riz. So excellent first match if you're a Mini Slug fan. And of course, it's first to win too. So if Mini Slug win this one, he's moving through to the South Island Conference Finals. But Riz, the number 1 seed, he's excellent, he's talented, he's got to bounce back.
Yeah, I think the best thing about Mini Slug's game in that Game 1 was he was very composed. He knew what he was doing. As you said, he had the 2 turnovers of Rodney Hood. But other than that, very, very composed game plan. Went to LeBron James a lot, and LeBron James just destroyed the Celtics.
All right. Wow. Ko te tumana, ko kwari te mai a tātou kai tākaro mo te tukinga tuarua o tēnei o ngā whakataitai Wainganui a Mini Slug rāua ko Riz. Are they ready for match-up 2? Let's have a look. Te āhua nei ai. Te āhua nei ai.
Here we are back into match number 2, and it's the head-to-head. Number 1 over here in the right in the form of Riz up against Mini Slug, the number 5 seed, and leading this one 1-0. So, of course, ladies and gentlemen, Riz, the reigning champion, will need to win this one to keep his tournament alive here in LPL Studios. This is the NBA 2K18 one-on-one national championships. If you're just joining us, thank you very much, and kia ora to everyone across the land or across the internet and across the globe. We love having you, as we see here, Golden State, and of course, the 2-time reigning champions up against the San Antonio Spurs. Very interesting matchup here, because we know how devastating Golden State is, but San Antonio Spurs, very different style of basketball, so to speak.
Very different style of basketball, and the players that I've seen pick Spurs in recent matches haven't used the Spurs the way I would like to see them used. I don't think people have been using LaMarcus Aldridge in the post-up game. So I'm interested to see how the number 1 seed Riz uses the Spurs. It's going to be interesting, man.
And of course, the number 1 seed, because he had already picked first, chose the Celtics. That is why he hasn't chosen Golden State, which gives Mini Slug, the number 5 seed, the opportunity to pick Golden State, and arguably one of the top teams to pick in NBA 2K18. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. The tip-off is live as we see Riz with the ball going inside, as you said, at the top of the key here with LaMarcus Aldridge, excellent post-up player, going to one of the top 3 players in the world. And Kawhi Leonard had a bit of a down season this year, but can he bounce back in this game for us? As we see LaMarcus Aldridge with a turnaround. Terrible shot selection to get this one underway. Golden State, good defense, as we see the 2-time MVP, Steph Curry. You've got to mark him deep, otherwise it could be lights out. The whole team is very good. And of course, Ashley, when you talk about the Golden State Warriors, we talk about the fact that they are so very good from 3.
They're great from 3. That's the biggest strength of the Golden State Warriors, is their players can shoot threes, as we see Tristan Thompson, Klay Thompson banging a 3 from deep. It's already going down. Golden State Warriors up 3 in the first quarter, thanks to a 3.
That's what they can do to you, but their ball movement is always excellent. They'll always select, as you see, Kawhi, pretty Euro step, can't get it done. Probably picked up that move from one of his European colleagues. Another green one means bang, and that's 6-0, hot start from Golden State. And of course, the mini slug trying to get this one done in 2.
Green beans. The thing that I'm finding interesting about this game is last game, mini slug using LeBron James, he was going with the ISO, top of the ISO with LeBron James and doing the pick and roll. With the Golden State Warriors, he's got a bit more of a game plan. He's doing some plays. You see some movement off ball. It's very, very interesting and tough to defend. Unlucky there for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Oh, good strong man move, and it just rolls in. And he needed that one. Good move down low. Needed to make the first one. Couldn't get it done, but he got the nice rebound, and he went up for and 1. Green means 3. Good way to get back in. But what's very interesting right now is the Spurs are struggling to get inside or get anything they want with looks. Golden State are playing such good defense, make it very hard right now for Riz. When you watch them, they can't get anything. As we see here, Steph Curry, one of the best dribblers and shooters of all time, actually, as we see KD move the ball, and here we go. Steph Curry moving it, dancing, pump fake, nothing on. He'll go for a little floater in the lane, can't get it done. Better defense there by San Antonio Spurs. We see Leonard off and running, kick out to Gay. What can he do? Oh, pretty spin move in the lane, off the glass for 2.
Rudy Gay, nice bucket there off the fast break, and he's bringing it back. 1 point in it here. Riz bringing that back, 5 straight points, and Mini started looking a bit lost on offense last possession. Didn't really know what to do with Stephen Curry. Go back to your man, Kevin Durant, and go to work.
This is good defense by Leonard, of course, one of the best. We see Curry off shot. I mean, most coaches would say don't take that shot, but if you're Steph Curry, that's an everyday shot. So not too bad, but he can't execute on that position. But excellent defense by Kawhi Leonard on KD on that last set, and this is why they get up here and have a look. Good patience. This is how we wanted to see them play with the Spurs, as you said, Ashley. Don't force shots. Move the Golden State Warriors around and look for good shots out there. Can't quite get that one. It's 5 points to 6.
Good rebound there from JaVale McGee. Look to see Golden State Warriors push it up. Oh, nearly a turnover there.
Oh,
great
turnover.
Defense.
Oh, here we go. Take flight. Kawhi. Oh, excellent defense by Durant as he gets back and recovers. But now San Antonio still with the opportunity. Green out wide, can't make it happen. And they're just not making shots right now. So very, very tough. As we end the quarter on a deep one. 6 points to 5. Mini Slug leading this one.
Some good defense there from both teams. We saw the claw and Kawhi Leonard in the strip there, but then Kevin Durant chasing them down for the fast break block. It is tied out there, 1 point in it in the first quarter. These boys are playing hard.
They are balling right now. Mini Slug is taking control though, as he should with Golden State, but Riz needs to bounce back quickly.
I think I'd like to see Mini Slug stay away from the plays. It's too scripted, and go back to your ISO ball. Kevin Durant or Steph Curry up top, call for the pick and roll. That's going to get you the best, and that's going to utilize Golden State Warriors the best.
Yeah, I do agree with that. As we see it, Thompson, who was very good to get this one started, as he looks to play with a bit of patience, looking for Kevin Durant. And look, they're spoiled for choice on how good the talent is on the Golden State Warriors. As we see KD kick out to Steph. Oh, good defense again. And this is what's keeping them in. San Antonio's defense is underrated. They play such good team defense, and of course, they got one of the best defenders in the league in Kawhi Leonard. So they have to do this. Can't let them take it. As you said there, another deflection. San Antonio off to the races. Kawhi Leonard, Euro step, pretty off the glass, and he's in.
Good bucket there from Kawhi Leonard. As I said, I don't think that these plays are working for Golden State Warriors. Look, he's going to it again. I would love to see an ISO ball pick and roll. Just go to the pick and roll. It works. We know it works.
Goes for the zip hammer play, as we see, which brings out Kevin Durant high, and they look for the Steph Curry in the corner as he goes for one-on. You see on that zip hammer play, you see Steph Curry fades to the corner. It worked last time, though. He didn't make the execution. I don't personally like that play. What you're doing is overloading one side and trying to make that pass, but it's also given up 2 deflections. So it's too scripted, to your point there, Ashley. Not as good as we see Leonard, who's been excellent cross-court, looking for the beam across the side, and there he is. Pau Gasol, pretty, one of the best players to come out of Europe of all time, and of course a champion with Kobe and the Lakers before heading across to the Spurs.
I think Kobe put his what was it? I think it was his Olympic medal in Pau Gasol's locker room when he came over to the Lakers. I was watching an interesting story, quite funny, and Pau Gasol loves his country but lost to the USA in the finals, so good stuff there. But Pau Gasol, one of the veterans of the NBA nowadays, and Spurs.
And he's actually just got such good patience. You see there, pump fake, oh, he can't make it, but that's what he can do. Like you said, one of the veterans, but he's just got some nice savvy moves. And as we see here, to your point, is now we're going to ISO with Durant. We like this. This is what you want to do, because the other plays haven't been working, and you got the second best player in the world off the Steph, looking for that. Still can't get it. San Antonio with Riz is playing excellent defense to push Mini Slug away, as we see Danny Green fade, and just a nice high roll off the glass.
Yeah, Mini Slug needs to be a bit more patient on that offense. Steph Curry wasn't even in the corner ready. He was still getting to his position, and then he put that pass up, and that was a rush shot. But I like to see this ISO ball again.
And if you look at San Antonio, go, that's a tough shot. And like you said, they did everything right for San Antonio. But this time, Steph Curry faces the three and makes. San Antonio still playing excellent team defense. Riz making very hard for Mini Slug right now, every possession down the court, which is also playing. But here, bogging down on defense, on offense if you're San Antonio, as Kawhi looks to spin back. Not a great shot selection right now, as Pop will be furious, smashing it on the floor with his clipboard, saying that isn't Spurs basketball. And Curry left open, and they're lucky they weren't paid the price just then, as we see Green moving the ball, and we see, now here we go, a bit of a slow, one of the best post players in the game that we have today, and Lamarcus, strong, looks to move it, and Powell out there for a little one, can't make it. San Antonio Spurs struggling to make shots right now.
Yeah, look, I like the fact that he's going into the post with the Marcus Aldridge, but you got to be a bit more patient. And Pau Gasol shooting middies, I know he can make that, but is that really your most high percentage shot? I don't know. Wow!
Wow! Did he get that one on the buzzer? I'm not too sure. There's got to be a review. I think it was after the shot from mine, just from the eye. I don't think he got that one, but let's have a look. So we're going to a review, ladies and gentlemen. Steph Curry thinks he's got it. Mini Slug thinks he's got it. Has he? We shall see. And as we go here, you can see 0.1 up in the top there in the scoreboard. That means it's good. It has left his hand, and that is going to count as he claps, and as he should. Excellent shot.
Big bucket there for Mini Slug. I really thought Riz displayed his dominance in that first half, but that bucket is a nice little buffer for Mini Slug going into the half.
And he needed one. He needed one.
So what do you make of that first half? Game 2, first half. Are they playing at the level, you know, of a first seed and a fifth seed? I'm pretty sure Mini Slug's kind of up the seeding, his placing in this game at the moment.
Yeah, I do agree. I think Mini Slug, one, he's got a really good team now, right? So he's got the favoritism as far as having the better team because of the way the draw went, right? So that's probably helping him. But again, if you look at Riz, his defense is good, but he's not playing like the #1 seed. He's got to do better with his team.
He's definitely stepped it up in the second matchup. But, I mean, think about the shots that Golden State have made in this half. They've been a couple of tough shots. They've been hands in the face. But Steph Curry, he's a star player, the best shooter in NBA of all time, arguably, and he's doing what he does best and making those shots, those tough ones.
And if you have a look at the stats there, of course, very, very similar to your point, and that's why we're almost tied up here. The difference, though, when you look at the steals, one of the best defenders in Kawhi Leonard, a lot of deflections, and that's really helping them. So Riz is actually staying in this one because, as you pointed out, Golden State will make shots, but their defense with San Antonio has been excellent.
Yeah, but it's upsetting because, you know, I think Mini Slug went to the ISO pick and roll game towards the latter half, and he looked to see some open shots. He got some buckets there, but those plays just weren't working. I think Riz can kind of understand the plays that he's trying to run and intercept those passes and jump in the passing lanes.
Well, let's get it underway. Here it is, the second half of match number 2. Mini Slug up against the #1 seed in Riz. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in here. We're live from LPL Studios as we see 2 of the best players in the South Island and the entire country at NBA 2K18. Who can get it done? Mini Slug needs to win this and close it to knock out the #1 seed. Can he do it? Oh, JaVale gets picked, and that's the excellent defense we saw continuing from the first half, as we see a pretty little roller from the man himself, Kawhi Leonard, to tie this one to get it rolling.
Tough bucket there from Kawhi Leonard. Look, Mini Slug really could dominate with the Cavs, but I'm not liking his Golden State Warriors play at the moment. I'm happy that he's going back to the pick and roll, but he's got to find the shooters. We know that Golden State Warriors, big block there from Spurs.
Another defensive play. They are just working so hard defensively. Excellent work from Riz playing with San Antonio. 2 blocks in a row to get this one started. Golden State, to your point, have got to do better with their options, got to do better with their offense right now, Ashley.
Well, you know that Golden State Warriors can bang the 3. All their players can stretch the floor. Great defense there from Kevin Durant. He needs to utilize the 3. He's making the lane, he's getting to the bucket, but he needs to find the open shooter.
Absolutely. They try to go inside the pick and roll, but look for that shot. Kick it out to like here for that open shot because they will punish you. Good second chance, good rebound from JaVale McGee. Thompson moving it as we see Durant saying, you know, another excellent defensive play by the Spurs. Green, he'll take it. And he can't make it happen. So Mini Slug up against it right now as we're rolling in the third quarter. He has got to be better to make shots right now to keep putting pressure on them.
Riz playing great defense in that quarter. Got a couple of offensive rebounds on himself, but he came back. He defended that well. Draymond Green couldn't make that 3-point. Now, we know that Draymond Green might not be the best shooter in the Golden State Warriors, but he can definitely make a 3.
As we see Leonard in the corner on the shot clock ending. That's pretty. He is starting to get very, very hot right now. He's doing everything for them, both defensively and offensively, and that's why he's one of the best two-way players in the game today is Kawhi Leonard. So well played by Riz here, playing as the San Antonio Spurs. Mini slug, he has taken a hit. What can he do? There's another defensive position where they've stopped the game. Excellent right now from our man playing with Riz and the San Antonio Spurs.
That's what I'm saying. He can read those plays. He can see where those players are trying to get to. Oh, good little inside pass there. And the and one bucket. Kevin Durant gonna make this a three-point play.
He's going to make that one. But what happened there? Everything was excellent from San Antonio, and those are the gift ones. You can't do that. Your defense has been so good. Not only do you let Durant get through, he gets it and one, Ashley. And now we're tied up. So well played by Riz, but you've got to do better, as we see. 40 seconds on the clock. This one tied up, and excellent head-to-head as we see. LaMarcus bounces his way back down. Nice moves in there, and that's too easy for the big man.
Big bucket there from LaMarcus Aldridge, making light work in the post, and that's what he's good at. Good little double team there from JaVale McGee, but they couldn't stop that.
Absolutely, and Riz is starting to take control and playing the way they should. Excellent defense, and now patient on offense to get him back into this game. As we see Curry, a bit too much one-on-one dancing as he gets through. Good kick out. That's better movement from Golden State, and what they are capable of as one of the best passing teams in the league. Oh! As he just rocks him straight on two men and says, you know what, I'm sick of this, give me the ball.
Give me that rock, I'm going to go up with it. JaVale McGee, big man in there, big man in the post.
He can do some interesting things, let's say, but in that occasion it was excellent by him as we see the ball getting moved as the Spurs like to play that European style of basketball. This is tied up here in quarter number 3. 1 seed plays 5 seed. Mini Slug looking to wrap this one and move Riz out of the tournament. Can he do it? I'm not sure. We'll find out.
Look, I think Mini Slug should be thanking the stars right now that he's this close in this game. I think Riz has been playing a great game too, and Mini Slug is lucky to be even. He's not looking that great on offense. Riz is playing some great defense, and Riz is showing us some post moves in there with LaMarcus Aldridge as well.
18 plays 18. There is 3 minutes left in this one. If Mini Slug, playing as Golden State, can close this one out, he will knock out the #1 seed in Riz in the LPL NBA 2K18 Championship. So buckle up for what is going to be a back and forward final quarter. Here as we see Green open, and he splashes it to put Riz up. Not quite a 3. Foot just inside the line to make it a 2-point game.
Great bucket there, an awesome offensive rebound from Kawhi Leonard, getting that second chance buckets, and that's what in game 1 Mini Slug was good at. Riz taking over that role and getting those offensive rebounds for extra possessions.
Stagnating now at the top for Golden State. Not great possessions as we see another great defensive play by Riz and the San Antonio Spurs. To your point earlier though, is what we're seeing is it's too much in the way of play calling. You just got to play. At the moment he took up 24 seconds and got blocked at the end as he misses another one. All the momentum now with the #1 seed in Riz. Mini Slug has got to make stops right now or we're going to game number 3 as we see Kawhi patiently backing him down. He's so strong here and he'll move always to the right play. Can Green extend the lead? Rattle, not quite. So still a 1 possession game, 2 points to go right now. What can they do? But certainly Golden State have got to fasten it up.
He needs to spread the floor, he needs to find his shooters. Here we go. This is what I like to see. Pick and roll action, find your shooters like that. Oh, big 3 from Klay Thompson.
Mini Slug needed that one just to get himself back in this game. We always talk about basketball being about momentum, Ashley. Back and forth. When I hit you, can you hit me back? And that's what Mini Slug needed to make sure he was still in the game. As you see a beautiful steal, and that's the momentum we're talking about. You get one good offensive play and you make a good defensive read. But excellent recovery there by the Spurs. Take care of the ball, young fellas at home. That's what I say to my young ones. Turnovers will kill you right now.
It is, man. With 1 minute left in the 4th quarter, a turnover is the worst thing for you.
Green big! Oh, I think that might have been, it was a 3. This was going to say he stepped back just outside, and Riz, the #1 seed, showing why he is as Curry rushes it. Can't get it, but a nice rebound by Durant. What can they conjure up here? They only need 2 points. It's a 1 minute game. What can Mini Slug do? He needs a 2-pointer. He won't go it. Patience, Green, wide open. Oh, rattles out. Good rebound by McGee. 50 seconds on the clock here. Oh, we'll see Curry patiently trying to pick his matchup as he cuts inside. It's a loose pass inside. And excellent again by San Antonio Spurs and the #1 seed and Riz. Now it's clock management as he tries to slow it down. Take the 15, 14. Take that clock out and don't let him get extra possessions right now.
If you're Riz here, you just want a bucket. Any bucket you can get. Yona Lamarcus Soldier just starring a post-up move. Is he going to make it? 3 seconds! 3 seconds!
Too slow. And that was what it was. He was in the key too long. So if you're everyone at home, that basically means that he was standing within the yellow of the key. They call it the key or the square for too long. And that's what happened just now. So again, turnovers we talked about. That is a coach killer right now with 13 seconds. If they can get a shot in here, it will tie it up. They go for the 3 to win instead. Oh, yes! Curry doing what Curry does. 1.7 seconds to go. Timeout is called. Riz, the #1 seed, is on the ropes. He will go if he cannot score.
Mini Slug is running on a high right now. Massive bucket from Steph Curry there to put him up by 1. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What are you going to if you're Riz?
Well, if you're Riz right now, firstly, what you want to do is it's not a 2-possession game. So the thing is, they don't need to rush this. 7 seconds is a long time. It's not like a catch and shoot. Grab it, set up for what you want. But certainly for me, I'm going back to Lamarcus low. He was effective down there. Or I'm going Kawhi with the ball handing off and going down low. As we see the player of the game being Clay so far, and he's been excellent. So here we go. Don't rush it. This is it. Take a breath. And what do we do if you are Riz to keep yourself alive as we go in here? 2 points is all you need to win this. Strip! Extra defense. Green has got this. That's the end, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end. Mini Slug, the 5 seed, knocks out the #1 seed in Riz. Look at the disappointment. Congratulations, Mini Slug.
Great game there. What a stop from Mini Slug. Oh my gosh, I can't believe what just happened down there. Massive 3-point play from Steph Curry and then defense from Draymond Green.
Wow, there you have it, ite iwe, kai te mehe oturu taku mene I tēnei wā. I am smiling because that was an unexpected win. That was right down to the wire. Mini Slug all the way from Rotorua, lives in Dunedin, down in Otepoti, but he took it out. He took out the #1 seed.
You chose it. I said Riz, I'm going to live with that. But I tell you what, what an excellent second match.
I'm just so happy for him, man. A #5 seed beating a #1 seed is good. And we all expected Riz to kind of take this one out. But a 2-0 win for Mini Slug. And he played great. He played awesome today.
Excellent. I mean, the thing was, it actually could have been a lot more, to be completely honest. It was just his defense was so good. So, again, that's it. Congratulations to our winner in Mini Slug.
Congratulations, kia koe, Mini Slug. Koe anō, a good effort by Riz, nonetheless.
An excellent, you know, to get this far in the tournament, firstly, as a #1 seed, we have to say congratulations to Riz and obviously all his fan base out there. But, of course, he is out of the tournament, and that's just the way it goes in these sudden tournaments.
Koe anō, kia kite atu tātou, kia rongo o tātou I ngā kōrero, kai te pehea ngā piro a Mini Slug I tēnei wā.
Mini Slug, you've done it 2-0 through to the South Island Grand Finals. Tell me, what's on your mind right now?
I'm just happy. I'm just, happy I made it, happy I played well, did my best, and I'm still through.
Okay, let's talk about the series. Game 1, you picked the Cavs. Why not the Golden State Warriors first?
Played a smart decision. I knew I was going to have Cavs because I had first pick in the second round, so I went with Cavs, and yeah.
And in the final moments of the whole series, it was so close. What were you going to do if you went to Game 3?
I didn't know what I was. I was just banging my hopes on winning first round and second round, and yeah.
All right, and in the conference finals, you're going to be playing the winner of either JD or Tropic Superstar. Do you have a preference out of these two?
Tropic Superstar, we're both from Dunedin, we're mates, but whoever I verse, or whoever wins, I verse, so yeah.
Okay, mate, congratulations and good luck in the next round.
Cheers.
Me huru o ka tika I a rā ko Mini Slug, te toa whakaihu waka o tēnei tukinga tuatahi wanganui a rāua, ko Riz, te tuatahi o tēnei wāhanga o te tōna mana a rā ko te wāhi pounamu, engari ko tērā tamaiti, rua te kaumātahi tau te pake kē no roto mai o te rawa engari kai o te poti e noho ana ko te awanui wāka, aka Mini Slug.
I must say to Mini Slug, though, that will give him momentum in this tournament. As we saw the bracket there, this is really about, yes, you win a game, congratulations, and he played excellent, but he's still got to go into 2 more matches to win the entire tournament, being the winner of this next one being the South Island Conference Finals next week, and then he's got to take on, if another win, he'll take on the best in the North. But when you do that, that's momentum. He's the 5th seed, he's taking out #1. He's going to build.
You could definitely tell he's running on a high right now. Super stoked. Didn't have too many words, but I think that's just excitement. He's just super happy that he won this matchup. He's going to be taking on JD or Tropic Superstar, which is going to be a big game next. And I'm interested to see these guys and how they play because, oh man, I'm just super excited for all of it.
Ko ia, e hoa ma hoi anō e te iwi, me whakarāpopotohia ngā kaupapa kōrero ki runga o whakaata Māori I tēnei wai ngari karere arorangi atu mātau ki runga I te whārangi ipurangi a whakaata Māori. Will still be going live on our www.maoritelevision.com website as well as Twitch, so don't go whai te wi kei haere tawhiti mo koutou I te kāinga kia kaha tonu ki te kōrero I tō tātou reo aha kua whakakōpani hia tēnei te wiki o te reo hei te ao I te pō kōrero tia tō tātou reo. Hoi anō e te iwi, hei muri ake I ngā whakatairanga ki te ipurangi tātou tūtaki anō ai.
All my life, I feel it in my veins. Push it harder, gonna climb up higher. It's like I just can't miss. I was made for this. I show the world I'm stronger. Prove it to 'em I'm a fighter. I can't help but win. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this.
For the players. Flavor. Beats that move you.
Welcome back everybody. Ki tēnei o ngā whakaaturanga, tere ngā hōtaka erere arurangi atu nei ki runga I te whārangi ipurangi a whakaata Māori ki www.maoritelevision.com It's NBA 2K18, it's week number 6, and it's the final 4 from the top 8 of the South Island. I was about to say the North Island. Engari ko te waipuna mi tēnei, and we are down to the final 2. JD versus Tropic Superstar.
Number 3 versus number 7 in the South Island. So very interesting. I mean, again, we don't talk too much about seeds. Certainly, if you've just tuned in, we've just seen the number 5 seed in the South Island take out the number 1 seed. So Mini Slag did beat Riz. And so when we look ahead to this one, number 3 versus number 7, you can't probably take too much from seeding, but I still like the look of JD, who's the number 3 seed.
Yeah, well, I think the biggest thing with the last matchup that JD had was he used the Pelicans and he destroyed the Golden State Warriors. Now, the Golden State Warriors are the strongest team in NBA 2K18, and for Pelicans to just drop them off like that, look to see JD go to the Pelicans again.
Agree.
I agree. So, in terms of who we're looking at today, tēnā kia titiro atu tātou, kia tūtaki atu tātou, kia tātou kaitākaro ko Tropic Superstar. Tēnā, ana, ko tēnā nā, ko JD.
Two very interesting styles and two different gentlemen. And when you look at the two style choices that they'll go up against in the form of the traditional Golden State Warriors, but Pelicans with JD, interesting picks.
I think JD is the youngest in this tournament as well. Clocking in at, what, 18, 19?
Yeah,
18, 19 years old.
I tira atua. So when he came in the first round, he was 18. Now I understand he's 19. So he has aged just a little bit in the last couple of weeks. Hoi anui tiwi, he is from Christchurch, and our other guy, I unfortunately didn't get those notes, but oh, it says right here, JD did turn 19 on Tuesday. Nō reira mihi ana kia koe hua I tō rā whānau I tēnei wiki.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Now, if we look ahead, obviously, with these two here, number 3, number 7, it's going to be interesting who gets the coin toss first. Okay?
Do we know who did get the coin toss?
Not yet, but we're about to find out. But, of course, we're going to head across. We've got an interview standing by, so we'll head across to that one and we'll be back into the match very, very shortly.
Tropic Superstar, you've made it to the South Island Final 4. What does it mean to you to make it this far?
It's a pretty unreal experience, to be honest. Like, I didn't think I'd get this far, and just everything that comes along with it. Just good to see Auckland as well. So yeah, just going to have fun while I can.
And since your last round, how much practice have you been putting in?
Oh well, it's only been a couple of weeks, and I haven't had a hell of a lot of time. Been working hard on uni work, so not as much as I'd like. But I just, back my plays and. Hopefully I put enough work in prior to that to get me through.
And coming into today's match, what strategies are you going to bring?
Well, just same as I usually do, back my guns, and just play big defense because defense wins games.
And your opponent's going to be JD. Do you have any words for him?
Oh, well, just, we'll play it out on the court and see how it goes. I'm sure it'll be a good game.
Okay, mate, and best of luck for your match.
Cheers.
Waiho ki te kōti, te kōrero a Regan Small, aka Tropic Superstar, e rua te kautau te pakeke, te iwi noroto mai o te pote I te waipounamu I tēnei wā kai te wānanga takiura, kai te kura mōtaku he, kai te whare wānanga o tau tākou ia is studying, he is studying Bachelor of Science. Clay Thompson, his favourite player.
Yeah, interesting choice out of the Golden State Warriors, but I like what he said there is about defense. Everyone at home that plays basketball or plays here, defense wins championships. Good offense always helps certainly, but defense you got to stop them putting it in the hoop.
Yeah, if you can get some stops, you're looking good to win a game. And what I also like then, what I want to know is when did he choose Golden State Warriors? Favorite team in the NBA, Golden State Warriors, was that like 4 years ago, or was that like 12 years ago?
Wasn't 12 years ago. Let me just say that.
Oia noe te iwi kia titiro atu tātou kei te pehea ngā piro a tana huariri, a JD.
JD, you've made it all the way to the South Island Final 4. What does this mean to you?
It's a great opportunity. I'm glad to be here.
And since your last round, how much practice have you been putting in?
Played a couple games to get ready, so yeah.
Just a couple of games. All right. So for your first match today, what strategies are you bringing in?
So if my opponent scores 40, I'm going to score 41.
That's the best strategy I've ever heard. Your first match today is going to be against Tropic Superstar. Have you got any strategies coming into that match?
Yeah, just outscore him.
Just outscore him. Okay, mate. Well, best of luck in your match today.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Iti te kupu nui te kōrero. That's what we say back home in Tuwai country. Hoia Nui Dewi, that is JD. And last time he took out Hendo in order to make it here today to face off against Tropic Superstar. Now, an interesting point. It's got nothing to do with 2K, but I'm just going to bring it up. Boy does make beats as a hobby. And he wants to be the next Metro Boomin.
Metro Boomin, oh, that's a hip-hop artist too.
That's something
I might have to link up with JD, but from the interview, he's a man of little words, so I'm not too sure, man. I'll be like, you want to put some beats on? Go, if I want to.
No.
No.
I tell you what, contrasting looks as well. We've got sort of the, I guess, one bit more groomed and one a little bit more shaggy. So again, let's see what they can do. It's good to see.
I know JD didn't say much in the interviews, but I know his game speaks volumes. He's a really good player. As we said, we talk about him. Doing Pelicans, and I think we've just got word that JD is going to be playing Pelicans in Game 1, which is going to be exciting. Exactly. And I'd love to see if Tropic Superstar takes Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, and there's something very simplistic about what he said. I always say defense wins championships, right? You've got to play good, but he's quite simplistic. At the end of the day, it is basketball. You have to put it in one more point more than the others. So there we have it.
There we go. All right, it is the second matchup, the final of the top 4 from the South Island, Anairaiwa JD versus Tropic Superstar.
Yes, welcome into this one at LPL Studios. We will see JD playing with the Pelicans. Very interesting choice here in NBA 2K18, but he was excellent with this team the last time we saw him in the matchup, and they are playing from his home arena up against the Golden State Warriors for Tropic Superstar.
Yeah, I think one thing that's very interesting with JD's Pelicans players, you look to see 2 big men run the pick and roll. So he gets his stars with the ball, Cousins and AD running that pick and roll. Look to see that in Game 1.
Yes, as we head into this one, and remember, it is 3 minutes a quarter, 12 minutes total, and it is first to win 2 of those matches. They'll go through to the South Island Conference Championship up against a mini slug next week. Buckle up, because this is going to be hot as JaVale McGee gets us rolling. 2-0 Golden State with a dunk with emphatic fashion to get us rolling into this one as the New Orleans Pelicans respond, move the ball around the court as we see one of the best, most skilled big mans call for an isolation high.
You look to see DeMarcus Cousins come up here for the pick and roll. Oh, sends him down. He's going to go with the ISO ball. AD, just an amazing athlete in the NBA as he makes that easy lay in there over one of the best defenders in the NBA, and Kevin Durant.
That's what he's got to do. He's got to keep through his best players, and like you mentioned down there, DeMarcus Cousins, one of the best skilled big men in the game, partnered with one of the other best skilled big men in the form of Anthony Davies. So what can they do? Well, defense is the first thing they do. Is we see a nice deflection, and we see Ewan Moore can't quite get it done, so they've got to recover, and everyone looks good. Nice low defensive stance from Davies, and that is a tough shot, and that is why KD is regarded as one of the best of all time.
That was a dirty fadeaway there from Kevin Durant. Probably didn't deserve it. Lucky there for Tropic Superstar, but JD, oh, is this an offensive foul? Charging foul from Anthony Davis. Great defense there from Kevin Durant.
So if you're new to basketball, that is an offensive foul, which means if you have the basketball and you push off the defender, you will get called for a foul, which is exactly what happened there from Anthony Davis pushing off someone from Golden State. As we see Steph dance the lane, can't quite get it to Marcus. Excellent handles for a big man, but a nice rebound, doing what big men should do and get the ball first. As we see AD high at the top, wanting to go through the lane. Nice kick out. Ball movement's good. Muritic, excellent three-point shooter. Get a hand up if you are Golden State. As we see Davies, 8 seconds on the clock. Kick out to the corner. Open. Moore should make that. Oh, can't quite get it done, but Cousins gets the second position. That's a deep shot, and that's an unbelievable 3-5-4. New Orleans leave this one.
Deep 3 there. Now watch JD's defense. What's really impressing me in this first quarter is this on-ball defense. He's really locking up the ball handlers, switching there, and open shot there in the green beam from Draymond Green.
And you know that means good. So when the green comes up on the court, of course, Ashley, that means that the player has hit the button perfectly and it's going to go in. So as we see AD, I'm not sure I like the time that he's taking at the top on these isolations. If I am a fan of the New Orleans Pelicans, I think he needs to move the ball a bit quicker or start the high, as we see a miss from the corner. And this is where they're getting gummed up. As we see outlet, Steph Curry, 2-time MVP, good foul to slow it in transition. He's lucky he didn't called for a shooting foul because there was another defender behind him.
Yeah, great and intentional foul there from JD, really slowing down the ball. 14 seconds left on the clock. Look to see Tropic Superstar hold the ball up and get the last possession, unless he gets an open shot, which he will obviously take.
6 seconds on the clock, first quarter. Can Curry get it done? 2 seconds left, he wants a pick, he gets it, he just pulls the trigger, and not quite as it rims out. Golden State lead this one 6 points to 5. Tropic Superstar, 1 point lead for him coming into this one. But interesting though, do we know who had the home advantage? Who picked the team? Was it Golden State picked, or did the Pelican get picked first?
Well,
because that's going to make a difference in match number 2.
That's a good question, and that's why JD's got a bit of an upper hand here, because Tropic Superstar is leading with Golden State Warriors, so he cannot pick Golden State Warriors again. Whereas JD, if he can take this first matchup and then pick Golden State Warriors next, which we probably know he will go to, and get a 2-0 win, he's through to the next stage.
Absolutely. As we see, Curry just so pretty when he goes to the lane. For a man who's not entirely a tall timber, going against 2 of the tallest in the NBA with a pretty left-hand finger roll to take it to 8 points. Just want to take time to say thank you to our sponsors in the form of Flavor, PlayStation 4 Pro, Logitech G, and of course Māori Television, and of course you the fans. Thank you for tuning into this one. Hopefully you're enjoying this. We're tuning in on MaoriTV.co.nz, or of course the Let's Play Live Twitch page. Thank you very much as we get into this one. Quarter number 2, 2 minutes 30 on the clock. 3-minute quarters here as we see AD call for it high again. He's got one of the best in the world guarding him, as we see. He doesn't go for the screen, he takes it on the outside, and that is pretty from AD.
Ooh, that was a big man finish there from AD over Kevin Durant. Anthony Davis, just a freak of an athlete in the NBA in real life. He's a crazy athlete. Near on 7 foot, got the handles of a point guard, as you can see. That's why JD picked the Pelicans, because Anthony Davis is just an animal.
As we see here, he wants another isolation, and it's good. He backs him down again. The help hasn't come, and that's going to be an easy 2. Dunk, left-handed. AD's almost standing on the ground when he just manhandled him.
Yeah, up by 1 point now, JD and the Pelicans. Anthony Davis showing what he does best in the sense of just backing down and waiting for the defense to reach. Once they reach, turn around, easy dunk.
Golden State right now need to adjust to that. They know that Anthony Davis is going 1 out on isolation. They've got to do better. They have a great defender in Kevin Durant on them, but certainly they've got to slow him down. As Durant says, look, I'm sick of getting points on me. I'm going to give some back to you, man.
Yeah, good move there behind the back, beating his defender. Anthony Davis, unlucky there. Bad footing, size 15 feet problems. But that would have been an open corner 3. And Anthony Davis, he is a big, he has been shown us the post game, but he can shoot 3 as well.
He's got all the skills to make him one of the best in the world, as we see Curry moving the ball. KD now calling for the isolation, as he should. He's got Davis. This is an excellent matchup. Davis has had the better of him on offense so far. Good movement, and this is what Golden State does so well. Good second chance rebound with McGee. Can't leave KD open and can't connect again. So it's finding it very hard to convert right now. Golden State AD 1-on-1 goes straight at the body, and pump fake kicks it out as we see. Ball, good movement. He wants it in the post again. He's going to take his time as he backs down Durant again. Goes to the left hand, off the glass, can't connect. So both teams struggling to put it in the hoop at the moment, as we see Thompson, one of the best shooters of all time, off the glass.
Off the glass, bank it in.
He didn't call bank.
Nah, he didn't call. I don't think he called bank either, but they'll take it. They'll take the 3 points for sure. Up by 4, going into the second half. Anthony Davis making it light work, big and 1 bucket there.
Big and 1, making that 13-11, 1 to come. So keeping it nice and tight here in the matchup as we go to a 1-point game with 28 seconds left on the clock.
Yes, Tropic Superstar jumping a bit too early in the post. He needs to stay on his feet, just put the arms up. You don't need to jump on Anthony Davis's pump fake. Oh my gosh, what a step back there from Steph Curry.
Just the handles are excellent, and once he gets you moving backwards and then pulls up, it's so hard to guard. And that's why Steph Curry is one of the elite players in the NBA. So well done there by Tropic Superstar to get it done. Now, can JD respond with the New Orleans Pelicans? He goes back to AD, which has been successful for him. Ball movement, big gummy at the moment, as you see, a good pump fake. And foul, and 1, and that goal can't quite go in. So what he did is he raised the defender. Once the defender hit his body, he's going for 3 free throws right now. So excellent from JD with Anthony Davis.
Oh man, pump faking on the 3 with Anthony Davis. That was a great offensive play there from JD. Really experienced in the use of AD. Probably unlucky there, Tropic Superstar, to get that foul, but we're going into the second half, and it is a tie ball game.
I love it. 15 all. Good way to end this one. A good feel-out match here when you always go head-to-head. It's always interesting to see how two teams go against each other, because like I say, these are always the feel-out games on how, you know, the pressure is with you.
Well, I remember JD using Pelicans the last game, and the last time he versed the Golden State Warriors as well, but this time it's even. But I think second half last game he was carving, so Tropic Superstar doing well to keep JD on wraps.
As we have a look at the stats here at halftime, 15 plays 15, and JD playing with the Pelicans. Interesting choice, but a very effective player with this team. Golden State Warriors doing what Golden State Warriors do. The shooting conversion is quite low to start this one, 54 meets 50, Ashley, but you look at the assists, the Warriors are moving the ball better, and you can see at the bottom there, Anthony Davis with 12 points. It's going through one person only.
Yeah, well, and I like that. I like the fact that they're using the stars, they're using their best players and getting the ball in their hands. I think some of these Golden State Warriors, when they pick them, they're struggling to say, oh, should I go with Steph Curry? Should I play with Kevin Durant? Should I throw it to Klay Thompson for three? There's just so many options, you know? Take one. What one's working for you best? Maybe Kevin Durant ISO up top. I'm not too sure, but go with a game plan that's going to beat the Pelicans.
Agrees. We see JD on the left here up against Tropic Superstar over here on the right. Both very focused right now as they're looking into the screen and realizing what is at stake. Of course, the winner will progress through to be the finalist for the South Island. There is so much on the line right now, so both gentlemen knowing that they have to get this done. As we roll into this one, quarter number 3 of our first matchup. JD with New Orleans and Tropic Superstar with Golden State. As we see KD get picked. Excellent defense by JD and New Orleans as we go back to what has been so successful and effective in the first half as AD dancing lane kick out, and that is perfect basketball right there.
That is beautiful basketball as you see AD breaking down the defense. You see their corner defender come in because he needed to stop that too, and then AD's got the ability to pass out to that three and more bangs it.
What we always say to the young players out there playing basketball, of course, even here, is read what is happening. So when you go to the lane, if the help defender comes, make the pass. You do not need to go all the way in, and that was very effective there. It's about understanding those options when you go there. AD had been very effective scoring early inside and going himself, and now he's starting to get his teammates involved. As we see Curry open and green means splash, splash. And that's what happens. Tie this one up. 18
You're a little
all.
bit nervous there, eh? You see the rim bounce, you're like, oh, it's supposed to be green, it's supposed to be popping.
I hesitated, I must admit. As we see here, ball movement is good. Cousins gets knocked down. Good, strong defense here by the Golden State Warriors, muscling up as they do. As you see a nice pick coming up high for Cousins. Pick out and pop. And that is effective pick and pop basketball.
As you see there, two big men going to work with the pick and roll, and that's the beautiful thing about the Pelicans. Anthony Davis is a 7-footer, but he can control the ball and he can run that pick and roll. Beautiful little finger roll there from Steph Curry to get that bucket in. A minute and a half left in the third quarter.
Steph Curry looking very good now as we approach his double digits. 9 points to Steph Curry. Good movement from the Golden State Warriors as we see another screen and pop, and that is what he'll do to you all day. So you're going to have to make some adjustments here, Golden State, but excellent offense again from New Orleans.
Really, Golden State Warriors struggling with that pick and pop. Most game players and players in this 2K tournament are going with the pick and roll, but JD rolling with the pick and pop, which is working a treat for him at the moment.
Murtek locked down deep, and Holiday having one of the toughest assignments in basketball, guarding Curry up here high, and of course don't let him dance on you and don't let him come too close to that three because he'll pull the trigger. Good, effective help defense. Unlucky, you have to give that up, and of course he misses. So that's good defense there to double team the Curry at the top and look, make him let Green make that shot. Here we go, Cousins looking for the handoff to AD as he does here. Back to what they played before as we see Cousins come up for the high screen, looks, pops back out to the three, AD looking for it, and that's a three for Cousins if it goes in. Can't quite get it, but so far so good for their offense.
Yeah, getting open looks from that pick and pop, it's really working a treat. And his defense, I'm so impressed with JD's defense. He's getting a lot of stops here, a lot of steals, 3-point from more.
Oh,
and
unlucky, it rattles out, but good rebound here from Holiday. Davies, can he convert? Open and three, leads it by 5. And that was good basketball by New Orleans Pelicans, moving it around the court. Unlucky for the first possession, but good rebound to keep that one alive for an extra 2 points. As we see Thompson pump fake, pulls up for the mid-range. Can't get it to go, but second chance from McGee. Curry, you've got to get a hand out there because that's what it'll do to you. Splash, 3.
And that's the strength of Golden State Warriors, that offensive rebound. If they get that offense, they're kicking straight out to their shooters, and that's open threes.
2 seconds on the clock. This should be it for the quarter, and it is. Can't quite, it bounces out. A little bit of banter from JD. that was an effective third quarter from both players to keep it to a 2-point match.
Yeah, really tight at the moment. Steph Curry making some clutch shots in there in that third quarter, bringing it to a 2-point game. But JD understands what he's doing. He's got a game plan there. That pick and pop is working. Cousins is making those mid-ranges, and look to see him change that in the fourth quarter. He might look to throw, but then go up with AD.
Yeah, it was really interesting to your point earlier on. Early on, he went to AD. Still falls to go, everything goes through AD's hands. So that hasn't changed as it should, because he's very effective. But what he did was go for the pick and roll, meaning that his player, once the screen came, he would roll to the inside for the lay-in. And now he went to the high shot, which is he takes the screen, rolls to the top, and takes those jump shots. That's the pick and pop. So does he change it up? What has been effective for him? Both have been working for him. Not sure, as he has a loose turnover. Turnovers will kill you. I said it all game, and that's a foul. Maybe personal and 2 shots. Not quite. He got let off there.
I thought that was a clear bucket foul right there.
KD,
Pelicans.
strong, and that's a foul. So now there's a bit of manhandling because it's the fourth quarter. The heat is getting ratcheted up right now, and no one is giving an inch as KD goes high, calls for an isolation here, as you should. Excellent one-on-one ball player is Kevin Durant, and when you're 7 foot and you can do this, that's why he swings through the lane.
And why isn't he using Kevin Durant on the ISO situation more? I mean, Anthony Davis is marking him. He is a great player, but he's big. He's going to be a lot slower than Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant going to get those blow-bys, just like Anthony Davis did then.
AD just comes back at him with the right hand in his face, posterizes Durant after he got one back on here. So that's a good tip for tap battle. Keep an eye on that one matched up. Oh, nice pump fake. Kids at home, that's green, and bang.
100% green.
I like that. It's very effective basketball. So underestimated as far as people getting the pump fake. I see a lot of young players out there. Make sure you make the pump fake, drive in, get a better shot for yourself. As AD just goes, I don't need that when I'm so big and so talented, and bang. Good foul there to slow him down, KD, but AD is just a monster right now.
Anthony Davis is destroying it in there. Gets a tough bucket there, but doesn't get it, and then gets the offensive rebound, goes up and gets fouled for the free throws.
Extends this one to 2. This is it. Winner will get one of the 2 matches they need to progress through. 1 minute 52 on the clock. Number 3 seed New Orleans is Clay. Can't convert on that one. 2 points down is Golden State and Tropic Superstar. Can he respond? Or can New Orleans push this out to make it just that little bit harder? As we see Cousins with the little pull up and handoff back to AD. What do they do? They come out, rattles away. What were they doing at the top there is very interesting, because they just let him come open, so they try to sag off that as it can't quite convert.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what they were leaving Anthony Davis up there, but I mean, it worked. He missed the 3. I guess he's not a lights-out shooter. I wouldn't say he's a lights-out shooter, so I guess the fact that they're just giving him that 3 says take it.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, tied up 29 all. 125 left in this one. This is an excellent matchup here in the Final 4 of the LPL NBA 2K Championship. AD high on Kevin Durant. He's been effective. Goes straight to the body and straight to the lane. Kicks it out to Murtic. Doesn't want it. Needs to regather as it rattles off. Very lucky there. As Anthony Davis, 7 seconds on the clock, calls for the high pick and roll. Doesn't want it. Goes on left shoulder. Kick out. They've got to do something. Ineffective basketball from New Orleans, and excellent defense from the Golden State Warriors to get a shot clock violation.
That was great defense, not only there from JaVale McGee, but as you saw, he kicked that out to, I think it was Moore in the corner, but Draymond Green running out there and stopping that 3. You're not letting them shoot any 3s, especially in the fourth quarter.
That's excellent defense here by Tropic Superstar, and that's the sort of stuff that can win you games, is all the possessions, everyone matters, and excellent defense as KD goes to Thompson. There was a loose pass, lucky to get away with that one, as Thompson liking this matchup. Cross-court Curry, wide open, and that's what Curry hits. The dagger on our main man. I mean, look, Curry is one of the best shooters of all time, and of course a 2-time MVP, and if you're going to let him stay out there, that's what he can do to you. Now, can we get a response here from the Pelicans? Rolls it in, and that's a good play, because even though there's a 3-point play there, you don't have to go for the 3. Settle for the easy 2. Plenty of time on the clock. Don't get rattled, but you've got to play defense, as he can't quite convert.
Great drive there from Klay Thompson and Tropic Superstar, because as you can see, there's 24 seconds left on the clock. You're not going to see JD take all of that time, so Golden State Warriors will probably have about 3, 4, 5 seconds left for a possession if they don't win it right here.
So you've got 2 options. You either go quickly here, so you either go straight to the hoop here and go for the easy 2, as he does, He kicks it out, doesn't want that too right now, so more to Holiday. Good rotation on defense, can't convert. That could be it. No, they've got the second look, and he threw it away. And that's the stuff that is a coach killer, and there we go with the roll in as 36 plays 31, and Tropic Superstar gets let off the hook by JD in this one as we end this one, match number 1. Excellent first match.
Great first match. Tropic Superstar taking that out. I really applaud the defense at the end. I think JD was a bit unlucky. He looked dangerous. Anthony Davis looked, menacing in that drive, but the fact that Golden State Warriors can bang threes is the difference at the end.
Absolutely, but you've got to make shots too. At the end of the game, you saw there they had 2 possessions and they gave away turnovers. I mean, it was just coach killer stuff. He threw it straight into the lane. He was wide open, and of course that's what happens at the end. He gets a turnover and then he doesn't get a shot, and unfortunately for JD, who's the 3 seed, he's down 1-0.
Well, that's right. Hoi anō te iwi kawa haere tawhiti, ka whakatapoto tātou mo tētahi wā, kia hoki mai ana, ko te tuku ngā tuarua I waenga nui I a JD, rāua ko Tropic Superstar.
All my life, I feel it in my veins. Push it harder, gonna climb up higher. It's like I just can't miss. I was made for this. I show the world I'm stronger. Prove it to 'em I'm a fighter. I can't help but win. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this.
For the players. Flavor. Beats that move you.
Mai hoki mai e ngā iwi, we are straight into it. It is game 2 between our two. Sitting here on the left is JD and on the right is Tropic Superstar. Can Tropic Superstar take out game 2 and make it?
Well, one thing that I want to bring up that you mentioned just before, Dwan, is tilting. So at the moment, JD would have felt confident going in with the Pelicans. He lost the game 1. He's going to be feeling a little bit shook. You know, the game 2 is a lot of pressure on JD as opposed to Tropic Superstar.
Here we go, game number 2 here in LPL Studios for the LPL NBA 2K18 1-on-1 Championship. We see Tropic Superstar playing with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we see JD down at the moment. 1-0 playing with the formidable Golden State Warriors, who have flipped this one around, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're tuning in, these are 3-minute quarters. Tropic Superstar wins this one and knocks out JD. JD trying to play for his life and keep this alive for match number 3 as we see a nice even start to this one, 2-all.
Big bucket there from LeBron James. I like to see Tropic Superstar just use LeBron James this whole game. Make him a scorer, make him a facilitator, just use him for all that he's worth.
Nice movement and nice little put back here by Green as he goes to the lane and just puts it back. And he's such a great player, Draymond Green. He unlocks everything that the Golden State Warriors do here is the Swiss Army knife for them. He can shoot to three, he can pass the ball, he can defend it at an elite level, and he makes them what they are today. So excellent putback there. As you see, to your point, the King, James, rolls on in. Can't quite get it done.
Also the intangibles though, he's good on defense, he talks to players, he tells them this, he tells them that, and those are things that, you know, the average viewer doesn't see, but Draymond Green is just that ultimate 5 player, you know what I mean? He's a team player.
He's the one you want on your team, and that's how you win championships, and that's why they do, as we see this one. Just rolling back and forward to see who's got the momentum as we roll into this one. Curry, dancing, fadeaway. Can't quite get that one done. Not the best shot, but by Curry standards, probably okay. As we see LeBron kicking out the Corva inside the three-point line, and of course that's mechanical for one of the best shooters of all time.
Great shooter. I think his best shooting days would have to be at the Hawks. He's moved on to the Cavaliers, and I think he had a drop in stats last year, but still, lights-out shooter. You cannot leave him open behind the arc.
As we see, Iguodala, one of the best defenders, and one of the key components of this Golden State Warriors second unit, they call it the death lineup. As we see KD try to get through, can't make it happen, and Curry off axis again. There's 2 shots that are probably not the best selection as he doesn't get himself square. We always talk about making sure your feet are set before you take it. So Curry, on this occasion, can't make the first 2. King James, one-on-one. This is the best player versus second as LeBron just rolls on him with the left hand. He makes it look so easy.
Yeah, debatable first and second. It's a debate that'll go on for a long time, including if you want to throw in there Michael Jordan in the mix, but he is the GOAT. LeBron James and KD, arguably the 2 best players in the NBA at the moment. Who's your pick, though?
LeBron, hands down for me. He can do everything, and of course, that's not to undersell how good Kevin Durant is, but I just think LeBron has what it takes in every other facet. So for me, that's LeBron, and Hood moves out, and he connects to keep the pressure on JD. Remember, JD needs to win this one to get back as we see Curry and JD come up the court. It is 11 versus 4 right now.
Loving Tropic Superstar, dropping a bit of a smile. He posted up a bit of a 3 in his top right face up there. Talking a bit of smack, getting into JD's head.
But green means good, and Durant keeps it ticking over. And they're going to need a lot of Durant right now. They're down by 5 with 10 seconds to go. They've got to do something. They do not want LeBron and the Cavs to score right here to blow it back out for the final quarter. As LeBron moves, kicks it back out, and there he is, wide open. Good movement, and before the shot clock goes, should have taken that shot.
Yeah, I think there was a corner 3 there available if LeBron James had a pass into the corner. He went to Larry Nance, and that's why he dished it off to the other corner, but too late to throw up a shot in there. So probably bad offense, to be fair.
As we see both the gentlemen looking at each other, having a little bit of a chat, and I'm not sure with that sportsmanship, it's hard to say, but you see the nerves right there, having deep breaths. They know what's at stake right now, Ashley.
Well, I mentioned at the top of the game, all the pressure's on JD at the moment. JD loses, he's out of the tournament, he's packing his bags, he's going home, he ain't competing anymore. If Tropic Superstar loses, he's still got a game 3.
That's right, so everything for JD to do right now, Ashley, as you see there in the focus, as steely determination is in his eyes right now, he needs to get it done, and he's down 5 points at the moment. Can he respond? And he's going to have to keep this one alive, as you see Hood wanting to run the play at the top, running almost like a point guard's-esque role here, but he shouldn't be doing that because he needs to get in the hands of the King, in my opinion. As you see here, it's a bit clunky. As you see Corva, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Give it to the King if you've got nothing else on. And we see a foul. What's the call there? It is an offensive foul. Good feet movement there from Golden State and Kevin Durant to get an offensive foul.
Yeah, awesome defense there. To get an offensive foul and a charging foul on LeBron James is a hard task. So Kevin Durant really playing great defense there and getting the turnover and possession for Golden State Warriors.
Curry pulling up again. He just can't get it done today. He's just off. I think he's 0 for 4 right now. Something's got to get going for Curry if they want to win this one. As you see, Love, an elite postman, and of course an elite shooter as well, as he looks to go inside to Larry Nance Jr. Ball movement's good. Hood to the King in the corner. Wants to call for the screen and roll. He doesn't want it. He's going to go back inside, and that's good movement by the Cavs, and it's the easy 2 for
Larry Nance, you know he's a high flyer. He can get a highlight dunk at any time. That was a nice bucket there from Larry Nance.
So if you were JD right now in your Golden State, of course, everything on the line for him, Ashley, what do you think he needs to do with Golden State to get him back into this one?
Exactly that. Find your shooters. Find your open shooters. Breaks down the D. Great cross-court pass to Klay Thompson in the corner. And, you know, even with a little bit of defense on him, he's going to make that.
Absolutely, and we see this is what he wants. He's got Steph Curry. That's a good matchup for LeBron James being so big, but it's a terrible pass. As they came up with the double team, you saw good defense, good read, as you saw Golden State Golden State flared 2 players to LeBron, and he had to pass it, but the pass was terrible.
Did you see that defense from JD? I'm super impressed. Called for the double team, but then changed to JaVale McGee for the passing lane. Knew he was going to give it to, I think it was Kevin Love up top. Great defense, unlucky there.
Woohoo! And we see Larry Nance Jr. taking flight and runs up the court, the arms wide, because it was a pretty dunk as he went through that one. Curry has him in hot, gives it to KD, and that's better ball movement and good second chance rebound as Thompson can't leave him open, can't connect though, and better rebounding by the Cavs right now. Interesting that they're running Hood as their point guard. I guess they want a better shooter out there at the moment because LeBron, who's usually in ISO and usually controls a lot of the ball, as we see him wanting the ball back here. What can he do? Muscling in. He's already had 1 offensive foul. He's got to be careful on how he attacks the basket. Good wrap and roll. Can't make the pass though, and we see Golden State off to the races. Can they convert? They're going to need to get back in for 2, as we see a rattle out. Outlet's good, and again can't make the pass. Transition passes, it's killing them.
Composure, you know, you get that turnover, you need to keep possession of the ball. There's no point in making that, working so hard for that turnover and then throwing it away like that and giving the ball back to Golden State Warriors. They don't need any more possessions. Golden State Warriors can score whenever they want. You're trying to limit that, as you can see here, Curry with the deep 3 up top.
This is excellent defense from Tropic Superstar and a good outlet there and good movement. You see they got them right down to the 24-second clock. Larry Nance inside. Little bit clunky right now with 4 seconds. Make it 2. LeBron strip on the buzzer.
Defense there from Kevin Durant. Golden State Warriors. I think JD again is lucky to be this even. I mean, Tropic Superstar's playing great game. He's had some unlucky turnovers in there with fast break opportunities, but just not finishing them.
And look how casual he looks right now. And we always talk about confidence. And confidence to me, looking into the room, you see him there. Tropic Superstar on your right hand side there, up against JD, who's wearing the number 4. JD down, of course, and he doesn't seem, you know, looking at the pictures here, he doesn't seem confident in his ability right now, and he has to be. He has to turn this round.
He's shook, man. Everything on the line at the moment. We can see the stats up here. Look, it looks like all in Cavaliers' favor. Field goal percentage, what? 100%?
Ridiculous. Because they're either getting stripped or they're making the easy shots right there. That's the thing. So the ones when they've bobbled it aren't actually missed shots. They're just getting stripped in the lane. That's why, again, I mean, any coach is going to come off the court and go, well done when you're 100%. But it's those ones. You look at the second chance points, offensive 7 rebounds, Ashley.
7 rebounds. Again, Golden State Warriors got 3 steals in there. What I'm liking from Tropic Superstar is LeBron James and the way he's using him. He's using him well. He's getting to the lane. And it's a tough matchup, man. Golden State Warriors, they're supposed to be the winning team. You don't lose a Golden State Warriors. So Tropic Superstar playing an amazing first half.
He has 1 half to go, and he will progress to the finals for the South Islands. Can he get it done, or can JD respond? Which gentleman has the mental capacity to get it done? Who has the stamina? Who wants this more than the other one?
It's a big mind game. You got to be composed. You got to stick to your guns. As you see here, Tropic Superstar still going with that ISO and LeBron James pick and roll, and it's working. So why wouldn't you? Corner 3 there.
Needed to make the pass, as you pointed out there. Ashley wasn't on. Good defense though with 7. 5 seconds on the clock. Someone's got to take a shot. Love just dances through, and that is a gift foul if you are Golden State. Don't give up 24 seconds and then a foul.
Exactly. Kevin Love, they're not really known to be an off-ball driving kind of guy, but gets it done there and gets 2 free throws as well.
And this is momentum. This whole thing with basketball is always momentum. And so, of course, what you want to do is, of course, you want to make sure that you are back and forward, and you got to respond when you take a hit. And we saw there is you've got to see something from Golden State to respond. What is JD made of? And that's what he's made of with Curry in the corner.
That's a beautiful play there. I think we saw that in match 1, but it didn't quite work out. But that one was beautiful. Open shot for Steph Curry, and he ain't going to miss that corner 3 with all those badges.
Here we go with Hood at the top, and again they're moving around the cover. James, of course, needs to have the ball, and that's another easy foul by Thompson. And I don't think that's strategy. I think that's them not getting in front, moving their feet, and just giving away tic-tac fouls, as we call them. So we've got to do better there, as we see Love pump fake, moving the ball nice here, Cleveland Cavaliers. More as another foul gives away. So I'm not sure what's happening there, as you see Tropic Superstar at the top left, muttering away to himself, saying, what's happening?
Now that foul was inside the 2 minutes, so the next foul that the Golden State Warriors do commit in this third quarter will send somebody to the line. So look to see them reach less
They're going to have to, as you see LeBron take flight from almost the top of the key, and he rolls it in with left hand, makes it 8 points, 4 assists for the King.
How do you stop that? How do you stop a man like that? LeBron James got left, got right, he's got dunks, he's got pull-up middies. It's hard.
It is hard. As you see here, Durant goes green and gets it going for Golden State to keep this one within 5, and with a minute 25 in his LPL tournament on the line, he needs to make every shot and no turnover, but certainly he's got to play good defense and stop. As we see a nice kick out, Nance misses. How did he not make that shot?
And that's the unfortunate thing about having Larry Nance out there. Not really known as a shooter. He's more of a dunker, more of a slasher, and good rebounder.
And if you were JD right now, patience. I like this about it. He doesn't need to rush anything, take the 24-second clock, but he's got to get good offense. And right now he's getting stuck at the top, but he goes to a fadeaway, and KD just looks and stares him down and says, okay, I'll bring us home, baby.
That wrap that they're doing there with the Stephen Curry going into the corner three, it is working. It's causing Tropic Superstar some troubles. Here we go. Oh, great defense there.
He is lucky as LeBron just rolls it in. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a 5-point game. But again, no rush here. Still plenty of time. If you're a JD fan and you're a Golden State, they can win this. All they have to do is take care of possession, get a good shot here, and lock them down on defense. As Clay pulls off at the trigger, and that's a great three. No one came to help. 2-point game.
Why are we leaving Klay Thompson open for a three? It doesn't matter where he is on the court. As if he's like a meter out from the line, that's still money. He can make that light work.
Oh, his love battles his way in, and that's excellent defense again, and poor shot management from the Cleveland Cavaliers. They needed to suck the clock better than that, and they gave too many seconds back. As you see, Curry, he says yes, and he takes it to one, and he moves it through. Excellent response from JD. He's playing for his life, and he's playing like it. Another turnover, excellent ball movement. As we see Thompson, all he has to do is hold on to it. Curry for the dagger, that's green, and that's good. Wow, Tropic Superstar hands JD the win on a platter. Good response, JD. We take this one to 1 game each.
So that's the third quarter, mate. We're good. Oh my God, what a third quarter though from JD. He just pulled that back. The game is in his hands now. He's up by 4. Ball in the fourth quarter as well. What a third quarter.
Good momentum shift though, of course, as you said there, was them coming back through and giving easy shots, and this is it. You don't have to rush if you're JD. Just hit back as he did, and he brought it forward. And of course, Cleveland Cavaliers now need to respond. Tropic Superstar doesn't want to let this one get away, as we see Curry starting to get really, really hot, taking those crazy shots that he's famed for. As you see LeBron dance the lane, and double clutch pump, dunk, and he goes and one.
LeBron James, you can't foul him like that. If you're going to foul LeBron James, you pull that ball away. You cannot give him those easy buckets and a simple foul like that.
Great response by Tropic Superstar to start this one, to get it back in, because it's easy to let it blow out. And now we're back to a 1-point game, 2 minutes 30 on the clock.
Tropic Superstar finding it hard to defend these plays. There's so much ball movement here from the Golden State Warriors. He's finding open lanes, he's finding open shots.
Good move by Clay, as we see Green. He's going to have to do something with 2.7 on the clock, and great defense, and it's a shot clock violation. Well done to the Cleveland Cavaliers and their defensive assignments just there, as we see the momentum. We talked about momentum, and we see just there, once LeBron got through the lane, got a dunk and one, they do excellent on defense. It's part of it. It's 1 for 1, and that's how the momentum starts to shift.
But after momentum, you need composure, and this is what you need. You can't give up turnovers like that. He needs to go to it.
Exactly your point, and those are the little ones that you give away, the turnovers. So who wants it more will come down to who can control the ball, and that's just loose from the Cleveland Cavaliers. And Tropic Superstar, as LeBron, who's been so good, goes to the lane. Larry Nance kicks out. Hood doesn't want that. Corver, a little bit of patience. You see Love at the top again, calling for a screen. Doesn't want it. He'll just muscle his way in, and he gets blocked. Excellent defense. Kick out. Hood open and deep. Rattles out. Can't quite convert that one to tie this one up. So Golden State, 1 minute 30 leading this one. JD needing to win this match to take it all the way back into a deciding match number 3. Can he do it? We shall find out, as we see Green, Thompson extending 30 points to 24, 6 points.
Cannot leave shooters like Klay Thompson and Steph Curry open like that. Great play here from JD, really finding his shooters, finding them open, and making Tropic Superstar work for the second win.
LeBron James dancing at the top, good handles, kick off to Love. Everyone from Golden State is just clogging the middle, and that's a nice inside ball, good look, and that's what you need to do. If they're clogging the inside, Ashley, as the Golden State Warriors are, you've got to pull them out to the three, take the three. If not, you've got to get them back inside.
Yep, now they need to defend.
And now you have to defend. So now it's all have pride to stay in front of the person you are marking. Take that defensive assignment and understand there's 48 seconds on the clock, and you're not going to give up fouls and easy shots. As we see, excellent defense read. Here we go. What can they do? They need to convert here. LeBron needs to do something. Good foul, and that is a 2-point. That's a 2-point play, really, because otherwise LeBron is going to go get that done. So good foul here from Golden State, as we see LeBron James, the best in the world, wanting. Interesting call, defensive 3 seconds by McGee, which means he'll put Cleveland to the line. Bad mistake there from Golden State.
Yeah, this is going to make it a one-possession game as well. So that was a costly mistake from JaVale McGee. Kyle Korver, if he isn't the best three-throw shooter, he is the best. Wait, what did I say? I wasn't going to say three-point free-throw shooter, just known to be the best in the NBA.
Absolutely, one possession. So you don't have to rush this Cleveland Cavaliers and Tropic Superstar, but of course, here we go. LeBron, yes, rattles it home with a 1-point game. Now, of course, if you're Golden State, no need to panic. You have the ball, you're up by 1, but you need to make a good decision here. No turnovers. To make sure you get extend your 12-second clock here. As you see, Thompson curl, cut, bang. Here we go, he extends it. Now it's a 2-possession game. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you do it.
That was a massive shot there. As you say, a 2-possession game. So if you just got a 2 or you got a turnover, Cleveland could have came back with a 2 or a 3. But now that it's a 2-possession game, that's going to be tough for Tropic Superstar to come back to this.
So, of course, these players both want to run their timeout, get the players they want in there, because it is going to come down to this. It is going to come down to stopping the clock, which means you need a foul. So when you foul, that means you're putting them at the line. But, of course, you don't want to give up turnovers, certainly. You don't want to give up easy shots, and you don't want to make stupid fouls. So there's a couple of things going on right now.
Yeah, definitely. And Cleveland need to get a quick shot as well. So they can't run down their clock. They need to get it up quick. And look to see JD stop those threes any chance he can.
You did right. There's going to be some positions here. So like you said, is if you are Cleveland, you've got to go quick. You got to get your 2. I mean, you don't really want to settle for a 3. Certainly if it's open, you take it. But if you're LeBron, muscle your way in, get the easy 2, and then you start to stop the clock to put them at the free throw line. So now it's a battle of who can control the clock and who's the better management of the players for these coaches, and as either player goes. As we see Korver moving inside, and there's that easy one that we're talking about. Get the shot away, as he's going to have to make it and take it. Can't do it. LeBron, what a putback, 2-point game, and that's why he's the best in the world. Now there is a 1 possession. You got a foul, and there it is, and that'll stop it. So what's going to happen now is just going to get it inbound. So first they're going to try to get the steal. If they don't get the steal, it's a quick foul. So he's got a foul, and he's got to stop the clock, and there you see it there, 3.2 seconds on the clock. We hope that Klay Thompson will miss if you're Cleveland and Klay wants to make.
I think there's another thing that we need to mention about Golden State Warriors is their free throw shooters. They are all cash money, as you see Klay making both of those big ones there.
And that's tough, and that should be it. In a second, they're going to go for another timeout here, just to have a read of what they're going to do. So whilst there's a little bit of time, it's going to be tough to get 2 possessions right now. So again, you've got to take a put shot, and all you're probably hoping for is a 3+1.
Yeah, you're hoping for a 3. You'd love to get a 3 here.
A 3+1, can't get it, and that's the end of the game this time round. I got eager last time, but that was a fantastic matchup. 35 plays 31. We are going to a match number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere.
Flavor. Beats that move you.
I've been waiting for this all my life. I feel it in my veins, I was made for this. I was made for this.
For the players.
Hoki mai anō te iwi, we are into the sudden death challenge between JD and Tropic Superstar. So let's get into it.
Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here in LPL Studios for the LPL NBA 2K18 one-on-one Final Four matchup featuring JD, our number 3 seed, up against Tropic Superstar in the number 7 seed. Both players are 1-1 in this one, and this is do or die. The winner taking this game will progress through and take on Mini Slag next week in the South Island Conference Finals, and of course the loser, well, simply they're packing their bags and heading home. A lot on the line, of course, being the champion and wanting to try to go for that title. $15,000 and an NBA trip on the line. So, of course, plenty to play for as we see the Rockets will be played by JD. And Houston Rockets playing at home, of course, up against Kyrie Irving and the Celtics played by Tropic Superstars. Let's get this one done. 3 minutes a quarter, 12 minutes of gameplay as we see Harden try for the alley-oop, not on. Kyrie Irving will take that and go to the lane, spin, pretty left hand, and that's why Kyrie is one of the fan favorites and an all-star.
Uncle Drew, one-on-one, it is so hard to stop. I would say the best handles. I would say Kyrie Irving's got better handles than Steph Curry.
Paul comes out, nails it, and you see the interesting play there by the Boston Celtics. They want to double team high, and of course that was the right play from the Houston Rockets as they came out of the double team, kicked out, Paul was open, and he takes it and nails it.
Yeah, no, maybe not the best team to double team in the Houston Rockets because most of these players are stretchers. They like the 5-out game. They like to drive with Harden, drive with Chris Paul, and kick out to the shooters.
And that's another 3 by Houston Rockets. Be very careful if you are Tropic Superstar and Boston Celtics. As you pointed out, the Houston Rockets, they are famed for this offense. They want to shoot threes, they want to run on you, and that's what you can't let them do, as we've just seen here. Puts them out to a 6-2 lead very, very quickly. Something's got to give. This is it. They start to run, and they'll always look for quick shots as a nice cutting player goes. Ball movement is excellent. Ball movement's good again, as you see Harden daggers it in the corner, 8-2.
Tough mid-range shot there from James Harden, but he is the reigning MVP of the NBA. He gonna make those hard shots. One of the best players rolling around there. Arguably, you know, people say that LeBron James and Kevin Durant are the best players, but James Harden was the reigning MVP, and he killed the NBA last season.
He was close to, I think, 32 points a game. He did everything for them. Houston Rockets played fantastic. I mean, they were just within, I guess, a quarter of going into the grand finals because of Harden. As you see him here dance, he's so strong and so good and shifty with his left hand, but he actually lays it in with the right to make it 10-4. Where's the response from Tropic Superstar and the Boston Celtics? Everything on the line right now. You see Uncle Drew going, I'll do it if no one else wants to do it. Good ball movement. Howard, excellent shooter. Curling to Tatum, who's been one of the best rookies, and that's an easy miss, as he should have laid that one in. Get the pressure on with 56 seconds left in the quarter. Throws it up. Beautiful look for the alley-oop, but that's a highlight play that can't come off.
Yeah, not too sure. He's throwing up 2 alley-oops at the moment in this game 3, and all on the line, and alley-oops aren't essentially the percentage plays, the highlight plays.
They're beautiful plays, but in this sort of high-octane environment, you just got to take them. You see Harden squares up his player, as he always does. He wants it back again. Calls for the isolation here. He'll dance with Brown, who's a good defender in his own right, but is he good enough? As you see, not really. Boom! As he throws up, and twice he tried for it, and there you go. Beautiful play to Capella. They've been running it all year, and that's excellent execution. As we see Tatum spin, roll, pretty move, and keeps it rolling, and says, I'm not going to let the crowd get into this one.
Yeah, no, they're not going to miss a second one there from an easy bucket. Jason Tatum really, really good at slashing to the lane and finding those open lanes for the easy 2s.
Oh, you see Harden, that is sweet and pretty, and now just steps back, and that's what Harden does so well. You can't guard it sometimes, and all you do is admire it and say, well, you got me.
JD really dominating this game here. He's showing that he knows how to use the Houston Rockets. He's getting the ball in the hands of Harden, knows his dribble moves, knows his shooters as well. dangerous game.
Excellent response though from the Tropic Superstar in Boston as he came through with Al Horford to get it back in, and that's all he can do. There's obviously a little bit of separation right now between the two teams and 6 points, but of course JD playing excellent with Houston, but it's good to see the response. Tropic Superstar can't let this one get away from him.
Yeah, JD looking for the inside alley-oops. Now look to see him use Clint Capella on the pick and roll a little bit more. I think he's going to start looking for that, throwing up the oop, because Capella had an amazing season. As Harden had an amazing season, Capella had an amazing season as well, and he's great inside, he's great with the alley-oops, and he's great at finishing tough layups and tough dunks.
Absolutely, Ashley. And one of the interesting things is they've played the Houston Rockets to perfection. We saw a double team, he kicked it out to Paul, makes a three. We've seen the alley-oop play, like you said, the pick and roll, and then lob it up to Capella, and then we've seen Harden just cook by himself. So this is a great start from the Boston Celtics and fans of Tropic Superstar to try to keep this one into a one-possession game. 11 plays 14 here in the second. So right now, JD doing everything right, but the Boston Celtics scraping and hanging in there and playing gritty, and I like that, because that's what you need to do, because it can't go all one way the whole game. As you see Paul at the top, pump fakes, doesn't want it, gives it to Harden. He'll always take a shot as it rims off the top.
Jaylen Brown, great defense there on James Harden. And looking to push the fast break as well. Buckets here, no. Can't rush your shots like that. If you're running into two defenders, pull it back. Give it to your stars and your Kyrie Irvings. Cannot make mistakes like that.
And that's what they do, the Houston Rockets. They'll penetrate to the lane, and as soon as the shooter is open, they'll give it. As you see Ariza, excellent shooter in his own right, hits a three to extend this one to a 6-point game. What could Boston Celtics and Tropic Superstar do? Kyrie knows what to do as he dances. Pretty kicks out to Hayward. Green means good. That's a great response.
Good ball movement there from, I think it was Kyrie Irving. Look to see the defender on Hayward move to the corner because he thought he was going to shoot the corner three. Passes it to Hayward, open shot, green lights.
And this is perfect from Houston again. You see him just, Harden just crosses them up and off the glass. That is sweet basketball from James Harden now with 8 points. And he's going to start pulling out his signature cooking move if they don't play defense and do it quick.
Gordon Hayward keeping them in here.
This is great, Ashley. I mean, this is the thing we keep saying about momentum. It's like, I'm gonna give you a punch, I'm gonna give you one back. And right now, it's anyone's game for me. Both are playing really, really well.
Interesting tactic here from Tropic Superstar, letting the computer defend James Harden.
Interesting as you see Tucker in the corner, and that's another one that just rims out, but it's a good shot selection from Houston, and they love to do that. As you see Hayward, to your point earlier, he's starting to get really good and keep them in this game. Nice patience here as Boston bustles his way down and can't quite get it done, but Horford, one of the skilled big men of the league, gets a nice rebound on that one, and he looks to go inside, and what can he do? A nice little bump back down, nice footwork, and again can't get it done. Capella, excellent defense.
Anchoring the defense down the bottom there, Clint Capella stopping Al Horford. Probably could have made that one out, but great defense from Capella. Pushing the break.
And you see the break there with PJ Tucker, and he just pulls up. Now most coaches and people who watch basketball say that's a bad shot. You know, you're on a fast break, you pull out and shoot a three, but for the Houston Rockets and Mike D'Antoni, he's famed for that offense. He would much rather than pull up on a three than just settle for a mid-range, and we saw that just then. So to him, that's not a bad shot. For other people, they'd say that's not a great shot.
Well, exactly. Settling for a mid-range. The mid-range game kind of leaving the NBA at the moment, and a three-point is the #1 bucket that you want to score. 3 points is far better than 2. The Golden State Warriors set that platform, and the Houston Rockets are trying to follow it.
Here we go again, another three as we talked about. And they'll live and die by that three, make or miss in this league. And of course, another foul there. But of course, when we saw them in the NBA Finals, that it will go down in history because the way they played, they shot, I think it was 1 from 27. So they will live and die by the way that they play basketball, which is shoot a lot of threes and get out on breaks.
Yeah, but you forget to mention that Chris Paul was out of that Game 7 as well. So that's a massive start for the Houston Rockets out in Game 7.
Absolutely. As we see Harden trying to wind this one down, as we see Chris Paul, your man, you were just talking about one of the best point guards of all time, and he's just so controlled and so good, but he turns it over there as the commentator's curse gets him because that is very un-Chris Paul-esque.
Tropic Superstar bringing it back to a 1-point game. He is now leading after the Houston Rockets dominating that first half.
And remember, this is for the progression in the tournament. Of course, we now have one half left, and if they can't get it done, they're going home. So all on the line right now.
Kei te tika hoki. Hoi anō, ko wai ka hua, ko wai ka tua, koera te kaupapa te kōrero i tēnei wā, ka mutu ko te kaupapa, ko te kite ko wai, o te tokorua ka puta te iu. Ki ngā whiringa whaete. Look at those stats. Still quite even.
Overall, very, very even game. I mean, it's a 1-point possession, and the field goals equal, rebounding is equal, assists are equal, steals are equal, and you look at the two top scorers. So right now, it's really going to come down to, we've said it throughout the entire series, is it comes down to managing the plays, less turnovers and good defensive reads.
That's where I think JD's got an advantage in this game. I think JD really understands what he needs to do in this game, whereas Tropic Superstar, I don't want to say he's lucky, but he definitely pulled that back out of nowhere. JD was dominating that game, and I think that JD's going to dominate the second half.
All right, as we get into this one in the LPL studios for this, the final matchup in the final four of the South Island players. Number 3, JD, playing with the Rockets up against the number 7 seed in Tropic Superstar, of course. One is about to leave the tournament in 6 minutes. So here we go, as we see a nice move for Hayward to keep this one at bay and keep Houston Rockets down by 3. So good start to the third quarter by Tropic Superstar playing with the Boston Celtics. As Harden dances with his left hand, and that's too easy. Kick out to Tucker. That's what they want to do, and that is Houston basketball all day long, as we see another 3. Luke Buamute will always take that shot, and that's what they're famed for. Shoot the threes when they're open and not afraid. Boston, grittier team. They need to play through their superstars and Kyrie and Hayward and just slow the game down.
Yep, you can't let Houston Rockets get those offensive rebounds. Tropic Superstar very lucky not to get punished there with 2 open threes. But that's JD's composure coming into play.
Good dribble handoff and then a nice give and go, and that's perfect basketball for everyone at home. And now we see the momentum shift back to Tropic Superstar. JD with the Houston Rockets, what can he do? He needs to respond. He can't, with the short 3-minute quarters, he can't let this one pull out by 7, 8, 10 points even, or it's a very hard road to come back to. So he needs to respond every time someone makes a bucket, come back in the game and keep it tight.
Awesome defense there from Tropic Superstar, switching on Chris Paul and getting the steal. Kyrie Irving pushing the break. Gordon Hayward really keeping the Celtics in this game, and a nice left-hand lay.
Pretty, 7 points, Boston and Tropic Superstar leading this one. We need a response quickly from JD if he is to get back into this, the final match, and that's a good way to do it. Go to the line, go strong, and go to your number 1 option in James Harden.
Yeah, also good defense there from Celtics. I mean, James Harden's going to make that layup every single time, make him earn the 2 points, which he misses one. That was a great foul there from Tropic Superstar.
And then we're back to this whole thing we talk about being momentum killers, shifts in momentum, and we just saw it there. Harden misses a layup because of a foul. He then misses 1 of 2, which are normally mechanical for him. As you see, Uncle Drew moves the ball. He's lucky to get that one away, as we see Tatum and Hayward going down the bottom here. Good ball movement, good steal though. Even better is Chris Paul, one of the shiftiest defenders in the league, rolls it in to get it back to a 4-point game. Excellent.
As you see, Tropic Superstar pulls Kyrie Irving down there. He does not want to give away that and-1 bucket. Just lets Chris Paul take that easy too.
Oh, ankle breaker there by Uncle Drew. Oh, that was so pretty with a nice crossover, and that's why he's famed for his handles and one of the best of all time. They call him with the ball. In my opinion, I must say, I think he's actually probably the best ball handler I've seen ever, and I'm old and I've seen a lot of basketball.
I think his ability to score just anytime he wants to is just, it's insane.
As here we go, good on the break. Kyrie, what can he do? Lobs it, pretty. Oh wow, that's probably the alley-oop of the day for me. Beautiful. He threw that thing from almost the 3-point line, and he just comes rocking through to make this an 8-point game and push all the momentum into his corner and say, I'm taking this by the scruff of the neck.
Tropic giving JD some of JD's medicine.
Oh, and that's a good response you need to see. And Harden's going, I'm the MVP, and I'm coming back. 5-point game, ladies and gentlemen, here in the LPL one-on-one tournament. This is an exceptional matchup. Both players playing their hearts out and playing exceptionally well. As Brown pump fakes, goes to lane, good movement. Uncle Drew inside to Al Horford. 8 seconds on the shot clock, 12 in the game clock, so nothing in it as Uncle Drew bumps it down, looking for a shot. They've got to get something up here and do it quickly as Kyrie rims out. Can't get it done here. 30 plays 25, but excellent way to close the quarter, especially by sucking the clock of your Boston Celtics. You'll take that one even with a miss, so well done. 5 points in it.
Amazing management, clock management there from Tropic Superstar, trying to keep this lead into the 4th quarter. It's going to be tight here. JD banging a 3 in that 3rd quarter, bringing it back because it was an 8-point deficit. Now we're dropping it to 5 with possession.
Here we go, we're into it now. 4th quarter, 3 minutes left here in this match. Of course, one of these players is going home after 3 minutes, so buckle up for what should be a high-octane ride as we see Harden and the Rockets dancing. Good look out there. Tucker's going to take that one. Can he convert? Can't get it rolling. Good little tip back, but we're on the break here with the Boston Celtics, and of course with 5 points up, they can take their time with these positions with a 2-minute 30 on the clock. Do not rush things if you're Boston, but of course Houston need to speed things up to get themselves back into this game. So 2 different styles are going to be at play right now. As we see 7-6-5, nice Hayward roll, got to convert those ones. That's what you need to do in the 4th.
Wow, Harden playing some defense there. Oh, was that a clear path foul? Terrible foul there from Tropic Superstar. If you don't know what that means, Tucker's going to be able to shoot 2 free throws here, and they're going to get possession back. Major mistake from Tropic Superstar.
So that clear path foul is basically when someone is on a fast break with no one the defender in sight and you foul them from behind. And that's what we saw. It's almost like they were going to score it. Of course, they didn't, so they gave them 2 free throws. So it is a poor foul. You've got to know what's happening. It's the 4th quarter here if you are the Boston Celtics. But good movement. Can they tie it? They can make that 30 all.
And you talk about momentum. You've mentioned it all day today. And that foul was a momentum shifter.
Absolutely, and that's why we say it's about can you respond when you have to respond. This game is down to the wires. Uncle Drew just crosses them and makes them pay for poor defense, but better handles. And as they say, better offense will always beat better defense.
100%, 32-30 in the 4th quarter. One of these players is going home. Are we going to see OT? We don't know. It is tied out here.
And everyone at home is probably at the end of the seats. They've probably got a fan that they're cheering for and who they want to see go through. Nasty and I are just enjoying the ride as we're in here, and hopefully you're enjoying being with us here on a Sunday afternoon as we see Tucker in the corner, hits the 3, and now he's up by 1. This is just hit for hit. And excellent basketball playing by both teams. You see Uncle Drew just crosses them again, looks for the corner. Jaylen Brown wide open, green mean splash, and there's the response you needed. So no one wants to go home now with 1:24 in this, the final quarter of the day.
This is great basketball. Kyrie Irving breaking down his man, bringing in the D and finding the open corner 3, and Jaylen Brown makes it count. Rush shot there. Oh, the turnover.
And that is exactly what you don't want to have. So there was poor basketball, as you said. It was a rush shot by Harden, and they got rattled, but they got let off the hook because Boston didn't box out and get that rebound, and now we're tied again with 1 minute. Hopefully you're enjoying this wherever you are across the land and the world. This is what it's all about here in the LPL tournaments. We see a good rolling reverse dunk. Al Horford, so skilled, so good, and now he's at the line for 1.
He is going to make this count. He needs to drop this for his team. He wants to keep his team in the tournament. He lets the stamina roll up a little bit.
As he should make that one, and he does. Makes it a 3-point game with 52 seconds. But of course, if you were Houston, though you like to take quick shots, right now is not the time, as Harden needs to make good decisions here out of the pick and roll. And that's not too bad as he moves it around, and Ariza going to the lane, kick out. They're trying to find the open 3, but of course Boston know that, and they're trying to get to all the spots. As you see Capella moving the ball, and he'll just take it easy too. A little bit too long with that possession in my mind, but at least they converted. So now they must make a stop here. So excellent play by JD to get back in this one. But as you see, Tatum with a man move to the left.
Rookie doing big plays. As we talked about before, he turned up in the NBA Finals. He's turning up here for the LPL Finals. This is crazy.
1-3 will tie this from Houston and JD. So they've got to look for the 16 seconds. They're pretty much all tied up as Harden gets stripped in the lane by Brown, and that is poor offense. Didn't need to do that, and of course gives away the foul. This is all with Boston and of course Tropic Superstar.
And you can see JD upset, visually upset there in the top left. That was a massive block from Al Horford. Damn.
Of course now JD, as you pointed out, you can see him, he knows he let him off the hook. Bad decision with Harden, and that may just well cost him his spot in this tournament. As you see Harden with a quick shot, he needs to do that, and I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. 5 points. I don't want to call it too easy, but of course he needed to make a shot in some shape or form. Putting Tatum back to the line to extend this is going to be tough, and there it is. So ladies and gentlemen, I think we may have seen before, I call it Tropic Superstar will walk through this one, and JD, maybe they'll be going home.
Unfortunate for our number 3 seed in JD, losing to our number 7 in Tropic Superstar. Wow, what a game.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, here in the LPL Shootouts. We see the number 3 seed lose this one and head home from the competition, and Tropic Superstar moves through to take on Minisug next week in the South Island Champs.
He's happy. He's a happy chappy right now.
There he is. He certainly is, and he, deserves to be happy. He just took out JD. Like a champ.
Like a champ. I was so excited.
Yeah, like a boss.
Edge your seat sort of stuff. I hope everyone at home enjoyed that like we did, Ashley. I mean, that was phenomenal. But of course, now we've seen the 7th seed will play the 5th seed. So the big hitters are gone.
It's going to be a massive game when Mini Slug and JD come and compete together, because they're both from Dunedin. They both know each other. They're both kind of friends. I was talking to them before. They're going to have a great matchup.
Oh, it's fantastic stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that was great to watch, actually. And how close was that? How close was that? What happened? What happened? Where did it go wrong? Well, not so wrong, but, you know, first JD came back in the 3rd quarter, obviously, and then of the first game, and then the second game.
Yeah, I mean, look, I actually felt like the whole way through that JD was hunting, you know, like I felt like he wasn't the one that was dominant in any of those games. I really felt like Tropic Superstar had control of all those games. I mean, it's basketball back and forward.
Yeah.
You're always going to get that, but I always felt like Tropic Superstar was in control, and it's when he turned the corner on that final game, I think it was the 2nd quarter, that he got it back within 1, and that was the momentum shifter.
Yeah, I think, yeah, definitely, yeah. But another one, he was great at using Kyrie Irving. As you see, he found the way to break down the defense, and then he found his shooters as well. And as you can remember in the first half, Gordon Hayward, amazing at shooting, dropped 2 threes, and I think he hit a mid-range as well. So just clinical play from Tropic Superstar.
Hoi anō kia kite atu tātou kei te pēhea ngā piro a te toa whakaihuaka I tēnei o ngā tukinga ara I Tropic Superstar.
Tropic Superstar, you've done it. You've made it through to the South Island Conference Finals. Tell me, how are you feeling right now?
Oh, you know, it's pretty surreal. I'm pretty stoked, and I didn't expect to make it this far. So, see you next week, Mini Slug. It's going to be a big one.
All right, so let's talk about the series you just had. Game number 3 got really tight down to the wire there, down the path as well. Tell us about it.
I didn't even know what was going on. I was just trying to get open shots and play as good a defense as I could, and just having to pay off for me. Could have gone either way.
All right, and then game number 1 as well. Was the Pelicans pick a bit of a throw-off for you?
No, I knew he was going to go in with it, but I hadn't really practiced against them. It was just, it just came down to pick and roll and how I could defend it, and I thought I'd do better, but still won it, so that's all good.
Okay, conference finals against Mini Slug. Do you have any words for your mate from Dunedin?
Mate, boy, you better be ready. It's going to be a big one.
Okay, mate, good luck in your next round.
Cheers.
Hoi tēra ko Tropic Superstar, only 20 years of age, Regan Small, all the way from Dunedin, shouting out, I don't know if that's a shout out, what you're calling him out, his mate or Mini Slug, that's who he is going up against next week.
Yeah, it was good to see his confidence, though. You could see that.
Yeah.
I mean, now, and this is where it's going to be really interesting, because had it been a different matchup, head-to-head may have been a bit different. They know each other, so there's always that natural rivalry. So it's going to be a very interesting South Island Conference final for me next week.
Yeah, but if you had to put your money on one of the players, who are you going with?
I'm going to go with momentum. I think it's going to go with Mini Slug. Taking out the number 1 seed. That's my pick.
Okay. I like it.
All right. Hoi anō, kia titiro atu tātou ki te whakarārangitanga o ngā whakataetai, o te whakataetai I tēnei wā, I te mea kua mutu te wāhanga tuatahi, te whiringa tuatahi mō te Waipounamu. Now, we are talking. That's what it is. We are talking conference final mō te Waipounamu Mini Slug. Roto te arawa, he uri no te arawa. Hoia kei te tuki atu kia Tropic Superstar for that number 1 spot, representing te Waipounamu, who will go up against the winner of the North Island. And here it is. That will be decided at next week's conference finals between Te Shikoa Pakira, a core Notorious God, or Notorious God, which I keep referring to him. It just sounds like Notorious B.I.G. He's a big player. So,
Yeah, it's a very interesting. Obviously, we've gone through hundreds. Now we're down to the final 2 from each side of the country, right? So that's fantastic. The one person you got to look out for, and I know that all the other 3 players will be thinking that, is Tisha Korpaki, the reigning champ. He has everything rolling through. He's so cash. So, especially when he was the 7th and the 5th seed coming into this, they've got to build momentum, because one of them's got to take on arguably one of the best players in the tournament.
Yeah. So let's just say both these players are like, I didn't realize that I was going to make it this far. Are you going to go after winning that game being like, I'm on train, I'm going to be practicing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be practicing
Cheers.
all week.
There they are, there they are. Look at that.
Oh, cute.
That's
They
great.
can hear us too.
They can. That's fantastic. And they should be proud. Look, I mean, firstly,
should be.
congratulations to the two losers in that sense that
Yeah.
have been in there, because both have played a fantastic tournament. It's very hard to be in here and to get that far in the tournament. But again, equally, congratulations to those two, because they came into this as the lower seeds and they just performed today. And
underdogs.
you've got to deliver in these tournaments. Well done to them.
That's
I
right.
think the further we go down in this tournament, the better basketball we're going to see as well. From the initial 8 to the 4 to the 2, it's just going to be better and better and better and better and better.
And that is exactly what I'm looking forward to, seeing some amazing basketball. No more kind of, yeah, I'll let you have this one. Yeah, you can have this one. Yeah, you go with a better team. No, this is a tournament. $15,000 is on the line. So are the bragging rights. You know, bring it. Bring it, Ete. Iwi hoi anō. That's enough from us. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Week number 6 in the NBA 2K18 tournaments here between Māori Television and Let's Play Live. We are live, but we are going to sign off right now. Te iwi, kia kā ki te kōrero Māori. Even though Māori Language Week has finished, not officially, it's still not midnight, but hey, that doesn't mean you don't speak Māori anymore. Keep going. Just like my mate Ashley and just like my mate Duan, they're going to keep going all the way until I say they can stop, which is never. Hoi anō e te iwi nā mātou katoa I konei mihi kauana kia koutou katoa, kia au te haere, kia haumaru te noho nā mātou katoa, tēnā koutou katoa.